Album Concept Hour. The Album Concept Hour. It's the Album Concept Hour.
Welcome, everybody, to the Album Concept Hour. I am your host, Brad LeBaron, and we don't have our normal co-hosts today. John and Dave are taking the night off, but we have some very, very special guests in the studio. That's right, in the studio, we have some guests, and they are from a local band that I really, really enjoy, the Stinkeyes, and we have Patrick over there. What do you play in the Stinkeyes? You're the newest addition to the Stinkeyes. If you listened to the last episode,
I played drums.
All right.
Started early this year with them.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the band and welcome to the podcast. We got Jordan over here who plays bass or guitar.
A common mistake is I have the stature of a bass player.
I was like halfway through I said it. I was like, I think I'm just saying that because you're very tall.
Yeah, because I'm a lurker.
Yeah.
No, I do guitar and I do kind of a newer thing now. I do keys in the band.
Oh, you're doing keys too?
Yeah, that's
okay.
new.
We've been doing
nice.
doing some experimentation.
Nice. What kind of keyboard did you pick up?
So it's Emily's Alesis Micron synth. So it's a digital synthesizer, but it's based on the Alesis.
Yeah.
I think the Aaaand. So it's simultaneously very cool and very frustrating as a synthesizer because it's it's got full size keys, which rules. Like that's my favorite thing about it. It's got a full 40 keyboard keys, I think, on it, a couple octaves.
Yeah.
But the big thing is it is everything you can do on it is done through a couple line display that's like the size of like a TI calculator.
Okay.
So it's like this, it's a crazy amount of menu diving you have to do to change anything. And it's been fun because everything feels like, this feels like tech was when I was a kid. You know, everything was just super simple, black and white. But it doesn't have like the classic like synthesizer where you have like a lot of the buttons and dials for everything. It's like one dial and then a couple sliders and everything you can use to kind of control stuff on the fly with pitch and
Nice. It's cool that you guys are expanding it like that. We talk about it on the podcast, like that's a lot of times if you are a rock band, that's like a step.
Yeah.
Especially a punk band. I think especially there's pressure to be like, okay, you got all that immaturity out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Now where are you going to go? Are you going to do post-punk? Are you going to be a little more chill and kind of do something maybe a little more indie?
Yeah.
And I mean, we love all that. We've got a lot of different inspirations. We always have. I know lately, I don't want to speak for you, but I know lately Emily's been listening to a lot of like kind of 80s traditional goth kind of music. Like Susie Sue and
that's actually the next the first segment of the podcast is what are we listening to?
Yo!
So why don't we introduce Emily here, who I'm assuming then is the bass player.
Bass player,
by
bass.
a series of elimination. We got the bass player. And you do vocals too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And George does some vocals as well. Yeah.
All right. And then are you going to be adding vocals at some point or?
Never say never, Patrick.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe some gang vocals.
Maybe like a hype track. You'd be back there.
I'll pull out a rap verse.
Here we go.
Spitting bars.
Yeah, come from behind the drum set and spit a bar.
You could be here we go now, that kind of guy.
Maybe like
I'll just do ad-libs. I'll be the guy from the Barbie song.
Hell yeah. Someone's got to do it.
That's true.
Every band needs their Ken.
Yeah. But so you've been listening to sorry, you just said it and it went out of my brain.
I've been listening to like more traditional goth music. Like there's this band Skeletal Family and then the March Violets. Yeah, and it's funny because when I heard them, I literally thought they were like a modern band. They were on one of my radios, and then I was like, oh, they are actually from when that was a thing.
You really can't tell anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many bands that like cover old production styles. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
Like what's that?
Oh, sorry. No, it's good. The one song I'm like that I thought of when I first heard them is it really did remind me of like AFI. Like when we first heard it. But yeah.
Like what's that new Tascam Porta studio thing that like is blowing up now, and there's that new pedal that man, I cannot think of any names for anything today.
That's okay. That's what happens
but anyways,
when the record button is pressed.
It's the YouTube
it sends
guy.
out kind of a signal to everyone's brain.
It's the YouTube guy who makes every pedal he talks about shoot like 10 times up in price.
Okay, not the lady though. There's the lady that does the pedals too.
Oh no, this is the guy who like he makes his own pedals. Like he runs a pedal shop in Kansas City.
Okay.
I have a friend actually. Shout out Aaron Johnson if you're listening.
Aaron.
I know you spent
Taylor
some time with
Johnson,
him.
You guys know him? That's pretty cool.
We know Aaron Taylor Johnson, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll just say. So that's between us. Try not to ruin anyone's career.
I appreciate you bringing an exclusive to my
Thank you.
That's really
big on the blind items. Anybody want any other celebs you want to ask me about? Anyone? I got all the dirt.
I can't think of a single celebrity name right now.
That's fair.
We'll just start blurting it out. We'll just blurt out celebrity names throughout the podcast. And on the spot have to do an impression.
We'll put different celebrity names depending on like what platform we're posting this on.
I'll be like Justin Guarini from season 2 of American Idol. He actually just got promoted to CEO of Facebook. So they wanted a new direction. They needed somebody who had a fresh take, and he was the guy.
Yeah. New face.
How did we get here? I was talking about the pedal guy.
What have you been listening to?
Yeah, and then pedals. And then I was saying they made a pedal that literally is designed to emulate that like really shitty like overdrive that you would get, that crunch of like those early 2000s like straight to tape. Like the Porta home recording studio thing. I forget the model number, but it's like they're one of those things too that like 5 years ago you could have found them at like a pawn shop for like $30 or $40.
Right.
And now they're $600 on Reverb. So it's just the way trends are. Everyone thinks trying to emulate something, and everything feels very like we're like pushing into this aesthetic. So now it's a race to see who can get the most authentic, like full take on it, which means everybody's just buying these ancient pieces of equipment that were really bad when they were around. Like they were the best they had at the time on the consumer market, but they were still not very high quality. But because they defined an era and they defined the music people were listening to back then, they're kind of really popular again. So
nice. Yeah.
Anyway.
And what have you been jamming on lately?
Yeah, good question. I listen to a lot of sorry, my brain just fell out of my I've honestly been listening to a lot of Brandy Carlisle lately. Like I really like her music. I feel like it's very calming, but coming out of summer now, it's very much a summer artist to listen to. Honestly, it's probably just a lot of my like stuff I listened to when I was like 23, like Comadre, Dangers, all the Vitriol Records stuff from that era. I really like the that first Scowl EP they put out. I was listening to that earlier. That's still really good. That still super holds up.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Patrick? What have you been jamming on recently?
I think I've been listening to a lot of like new shit, a lot of new albums. I've been jamming the new Turnstile a lot.
Okay.
The drummer of Turnstile is a big kind of influence on me as a drummer.
Okay.
Been into like a lot of K-pop and like J-pop recently.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. It's a good time to be in on that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's popping off. That new K-pop Demon Hunters movie. I've been kind of making it popular.
Yeah.
What else? I've been jamming some Julia Wolf. She's been kind of popular on TikTok lately. Her like songs are kind of popping off on there, but
nice.
A lot of Bob Dylan. Kind of around this time. For some reason, whenever I do chores, I always feel like listening to like Bob Dylan is good, like chores music.
Yeah.
Or like whenever it's cold, like I feel like I just want
something to think about.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes a little while.
Yeah,
we should start playing it so that you start doing chores at our house.
Just like subtly, like trying to Pavlov.
Yeah. A very strange microaggression is like, why are they playing this all the time?
Oh, it's so weird how dusty this console is. You've got a lot of news.
Gosh, shit.
The songs start to get specific about what you're cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
The AI stuff, I don't know. We just slip in a few like subliminals,
Yeah, Bob Dylan doing chores.
That's what all these data centers are for. They're trying to give us Bob Dylan singing about chores.
Yeah, I mean that's really what AI is for is rejuvenating art in a new, interesting way.
Yeah,
None of us will have clean drinking water in 10 years, but at least we can get a personalized song by Bob Dylan.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Said no one.
I just crunched the numbers in my head, and you're right. I'm all in on it. I'm all in on AI.
Yeah, get in on the ground floor. If you become more machine than man, then the dirty water won't be an issue. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
start drinking
That's
oil.
a great point. In fact, water is bad if you're a machine. So.
exactly.
Don't need it anymore.
Science.
It is.
Science rules.
Science rules.
That's rule.
As for me, I've been we have another league playlist. It's called Random Much. And it is revealed that we're all kind of basic bitches in my music.
Oh, Gary Newman, hell yeah.
Gary Newman, SZA, Jesus Fan Club, Aloe Block. Hopalong is a great inclusion. I do like some Hopalong. We got Chapel Roan, Naked in Manhattan, which we recently covered on the podcast. Aww. And then the real one, this is the one that's the real fucking random one. You know, I'm actually going to play a little bit of it just so you guys.
Yeah, I know. I want to listen to
like
this.
Everything else is like hits and stuff, but then we have the song Mr. Alzo from his album All Wet. The track is Chairs featuring Maki.
Okay.
That's sick.
Yeah, this came on after Walking on the Sun and Lady Gaga, Perfect Illusion. I was pretty thrown.
Yeah, honestly.
This is awesome.
It sounds like clown music in a good way. Like
it is a bit clowncore, isn't it?
A little.
Yeah, you guys ever watch the clowncore videos?
No.
Oh my god, I'll have to show you after the podcast. They're pretty. It's like two dudes like in kind of Slipknot-y looking clown outfits, and they perform like hyper metal jazz whatever in like porta-johns and in cars driving down the street.
Why aren't we doing
that?
Are
there like 40 of them in the car?
There's just a couple of them, but anyway, that's pretty much. That's pretty much the track. Though.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I gave them full points. I was like, you win this round for me. This is the most random.
I feel like
song.
That was a little like. Have you ever heard like Black Moth Super Rainbow?
Oh yeah.
It was kind of. It started out reminding me of that, and then it got like real proggy, real fast once the bass and drums came in. So I'm into that. That's cool.
I haven't heard that album in a while. That's a really good album. Got some good ass stuff.
That's a good Charlie XCX deep cut I'm seeing there too.
Oh yeah. I love a good it's a nice ending to the playlist. Yeah, you know? I really enjoy that. It's Thoughts by Charlie XCX. We're definitely a big Charlie XCX podcast here. We're in at the ground floor for Brat Summer.
That's a very consistent. That's very consistent on the. Like I'm consistently playing Charlie XCX on a regular basis.
I didn't know what I was missing. I guess I fucking.
Was that just this year that you started listening?
Well, no, like I started seeing the ads for 360 for Charlie XCX. I started seeing the ads for that album, Brat, and I was like, why do I like this so much? Like it was like something that I don't normally like listen to, and I'm like. This is fucking rad. And like her confidence and like it just everything that whole ad rollout the ad campaign for that was just
it was genius.
Fucking brilliant, you know. And by the end I'm like, you somehow made yourself into a rock star. Like you're like a pop star, but you're also kind of a rock star.
Kind of bounced back from obscurity too. Like not that she was like by any means like not in the kind of A-list
she had
anymore.
Some giant hits,
but it had been a while since like Boys and stuff came out, and So I was in Roma when that album came out, and over there they were like, "Have you heard the new Charlie 9010 record?" And I was like, "No, I haven't. Who's that?" And then I saw it written down, and I was like, "Oh, it's okay."
Oh. Right. Like that took me a second. That's
stupid man. It's okay though.
I like it. So with that note, we're gonna move on to our album. We've been listening to Zombina and the Skeletones' Death Valley High from 2006. And this wasn't one on our list. You guys brought this to us. And they are from, I'll tell you, they're from Liverpool. So they're the lovely lads from Liverpool, some would call them. And they have elements of garage punk, doo-wop, and hard rock, which can't be said by about a lot of bands.
I mean, their musical styles, even just on this album, are all over the place in a very fun and still, I think, cohesive way. Like
I was gonna say, it's pretty seamless. Like it doesn't seem super jarring when you go from like a horror punk song to like a doo-wop kind of like acapella thing. It kind of makes sense for some reason. It shouldn't make sense, but it does.
It does,
yeah. And like part of it, I was speculating that maybe it's because like they're right there at the source of like where, you know, a lot of big music things happened, Beatles, of course, that maybe they just kind of have like a connection to like how to write a good tune, you know? Because yeah, listening to this album makes me think there's something in the water or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just making these kids pump out amazing
something in the river Mercy,
beautiful music.
There might be liver in the pool.
There might be liver in that pool.
Liver in the pool. Oh, yeah. I thought it was a reference to something in the album. I was like racking my brain. I was like, wait, was there liver?
Okay, it does.
It could be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you were to like take this album to 25 or 30 songs, I think it's possible there would be one about somebody's liver winding up in a swimming pool. Little teaser for later, but things get pretty hairy.
Yeah, so we're kind of keeping the Halloween season going another week at the podcast. This is actually good because like we didn't do a whole lot of like horror, you know, themed stuff last month. We just kind of did our 4 weeks in a row because our anniversary is on Halloween.
Oh, cool! Congratulations!
Happy late anniversary, Brad.
We always do a King Gizzard record for our anniversaries. But
it's very convenient that they put out like 13 of them every year for you guys to choose from.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like we have to do at least one, if not two a year,
or you fall way behind.
Yeah. We don't want to fall too behind. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Halloween.
We're keeping Halloween going. This is an album called Death Valley High that is full of you wouldn't know it, like if you just like listen to it kind of passively, you might not pick up on some of the horror elements happening. But the first track, I mean, if it's not a dead giveaway, is The Kids Are All Dead. You know, play on, you know, obviously The Kids Are All Right. TV show, movie, it's been done many times, I guess. This is a little bit of The Kids Are All Right. God damn. It like there's a lot. Okay, I will say before we even get going, like these tracks are so short and there's so much packed into them. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan in that one. Even that clip there, how you hear them doing that thing where they kind of trade off vocals. I think that adds a lot of energy and a lot of urgency to the song.
Very, very good at trading, like, you know, keeping, you know, I don't know, keeping up with each, like they're on even footing. I feel, even though like there's clearly a lead singer, like they're giving each other the space.
Yeah. It always sounds cool too when you have like that sort of like two people singing about the same thing and trading off like that. It sounds it sounds a lot more like you're almost being surrounded by whatever it is they're singing about in a way that feels really intense and urgent. And like the lyrics to the song are just very bleak, very strong. I think Emily has some.
Oh, I have so many notes. I'm gonna be on my phone referencing them a lot.
I love when the guests have notes because, like, a lot of time. I mean, I love Dave and John. A lot of times it's just me with the notes, you know. And I'm kind of trying to explain, like, yeah, there's like this like serpent god thing that smited them, and this means that. Like sometimes I sound like a crazy person.
No, like I wasn't even going to at first, but then when I was listening to it last night, my brother was like, "You're doing this for the podcast, right?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "You should probably take some notes, huh?" I was like, I should. I wasn't going to, but then I was like, wait, no, I probably should.
Shout out to Chris for that.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Chris.
Oh, that's great. That's really funny.
Yeah. I think one thing I like stylistically about this song is like you were saying with kind of like the layers of like, it's not just layers of the story, but like layers of like the music too.
Yeah.
There's one part where they like literally like emphasize like the words dead beat and dead meat on the beat. And what's that called? Prosody?
Yeah.
I love when people do that, where it's like literally like it makes sense with what's happening lyrically and like with auditory stuff.
Like in Hallelujah, where they sing about the fourth, the fifth. And
yes, exactly.
Singing that melody.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the term I heard for it. I don't know if it's true.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's where you're like singing. We had a song we used to play. One of the first songs we wrote that was called Imposter Child.
Yeah.
And we the pre-chorus, there were 3 different pre-choruses, and each one would have like a crash down, 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 and the guitar would do the sliding down, and then I burn up, 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 or something. And
I don't remember the lyrics.
Anyway, we would always
light something on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
We would but yeah, the music was kind of mirroring what was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a word for that.
I always forget the word. He told me the word because it's like I always forget the actual like definition of it, but that's pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's okay. I'll future Brad will definitely be looking it up.
Future Brad.
You're gonna like have like editor's note. The Stinkeyes were dead fucking wrong about this.
Hey, it depends on what mood future Brad is in. It depends on if he's in between calls or something at work. But what? So you were saying earlier though that this album was initially like thought out to be a movie potentially. Is that right?
That's what you told me.
That's
right?
on the Bandcamp page.
It's on the
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
It's on the Bandcamp page for the album. It talks about how I think they had intended to like make a full movie out of this, and then a lot of stuff happens creatively. Like obviously, like they clearly have enough creativity and imagination to make something like that happen, but I know that making a movie's a much different undertaking than making a really good concept album. So
you can ask the Gorillas about that.
But yeah, just it never came out that way, and we wound up.
And that's such a like bold statement as they're like this is like their second album.
I think it was their second album. I think
because they have a lot of EPs as well. They do a lot of EPs. Which look like a lot of concept things going on in the EPs too. There's like trilogies and stuff. I was like,
love that.
Do we have to start covering EPs on the podcast now?
Why not?
We haven't yet.
Do like little mini episodes.
I didn't know there was a lot of EPs that had like concepts going on.
Yeah, I think EPs are where the songs are supposed to go that you don't really have any like
usually
real
exactly.
artistic direction
usually there's,
for. It's like
there's
kind of
just
depressurizing. Like, okay, we got those out there. It's good now.
But hey, some people take EPs seriously.
It's true.
So. Yeah, I
gotta all kinds.
maybe jump into some of the Zombina and the Skeletones, the EPs. But yeah, like decide like we're gonna make a movie out of this out the gate is like pretty like bold.
That's ambitious.
That's ambitious. Yeah. So I can see why it didn't come to fruition, of course, because
I feel like it's one of those
movies. A fucking hard. There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
For a real movie,
But it was when this came out, but I feel like now it's one of those things that like it would be super cool to have kind of the fan community come together and like kind of just even shoot scenes independent of one another. Like it's always like there was that Star Wars project somebody did like 10 years ago where they did that, where they shot like
that would be cool. Like
there was like a Lego one, and there was like all kinds.
It was like
the
whole movie, but like every like minute or every like so many seconds it changed to a different person.
Yeah, to like some fan film or some kind of animation or that would be cool to see something like this. I feel like an album like this too, with all the stylistic diversity throughout this album, I think it would be really fun to see a similar visual take on it. Yeah.
I will say while you're on you said the Star Wars thing, there is a prequel one that this Australian group of kids did a shot-for-shot remake of the prequels.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm really fighting the urge
incredibly
to do
impressive considering like it was at the height of like prequel memedom.
Is he like good eye there?
But it came out like a full year later or something because they had to edit it and stuff. So like the prequel like memedom had already really no one was talking about the prequels like that anymore.
That's because the sequels happened. And they're like, wait, the prequels weren't that bad, actually.
Yeah. Exactly.
Boy, General Kenobi.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll see if I can find it and put the link in the description. It's something else.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Like they use the Phantom Menace cover instead of like a mask for Darth Maul. They just have him like holding the Phantom Menace cover with Darth Maul on the cover. Like that's the level of like DIY we're dealing with. Anyway, so the kids are all dead. I was saying this is a great follow-up to our Scott Pilgrim conversation. A lot of these songs would fit, we feel, and I think the only thing that makes it make sense that none of these are in Scott Pilgrim is that they had a movie idea potentially.
Right.
So it's possible they were saving it for their own thing, but this would a lot of this would fit in that soundtrack. I'll play the next track and then
wait, did you have some notes on?
I mean, like, if you guys want to hear them,
I don't know.
I have a lot of like, because I feel like, okay, I kind of approach this by first like looking at just the lyrics, then listening to it with the lyrics, and like I feel like the music adds a lot more to context with it.
Right. Right.
But like obviously there's a talk of like this death ray. And then radiation, and part of me wonders with like some of the play on words, because they have like they talk about the sun's rays and death ray and radio waves. So again, we read into everything over here. I was thinking, is it radiation through radio waves that like mutates people into monsters?
So I was wondering. So I guess I'm wondering, just out of the gate here, is this Death Valley High thing, in your guys' estimation, like a monster high school kind of thing? Or like because like I didn't actually like notice the supernatural until I started actually noticing it later.
To me,
so there's like I'm just trying to figure out what you guys think. There's like mutant kids at this high school, or it's like they're.
I have a different take. I know Patrick has a different take than I do. I'm gonna let you say yours first. I'm very
curious. So I have no take.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
I think I'm going to reveal my takes like as the the songs, so it all comes full circle. I mean, definitely for like this song, like what was that very first paragraph at the beginning?
It's like I have the lyrics.
They're talking about like radio waves transmitted from space. I'm like, are these like aliens?
Yeah.
It's from coming space. Down through like the radio waves, like they're coming through like the satellites. And stuff.
So we got aliens, or wait, aliens.
I think they're like planting, like the mutations are like the root of all evil. Like they're like transmitting like like mutant like evil.
Okay. Which would maybe maybe explain some of the behavior later in the album.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a story of like we started here and we ended here. And this is like the intro, like really fast paced, really energetic, kind of like setting the scene for like what's going on. But I think like I could see where like it could be an alien thing too. I didn't even think about that until Patrick said it. But I do think. Oh no, you go first.
No, I was saying like you think about how they're referring to like the people on Earth.
Right.
It's almost like they're like looking down at us, and they like don't like how we're doing things, which is totally justifiable. And they're like, we're just gonna make everyone like crazy and like evil and
Peacemaker
mutated.
Season 1.
This
is
actually coming from the perspective of Peacemaker.
Hell yeah. That was a cool twist. That one, I was like, interesting sci-fi conundrum.
I also feel like it's like basically the main like point of the song is you can't escape death. It's coming for you. You can't escape the death
there's
ray.
There's a lot of acceptance of death throughout this album. Very, 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 very pro-death.
Some of like I don't know if this is again just me reading into like meanings behind words that maybe it's not that thing, but like I do feel like there's kind of like parallels to like vampires too a little bit, like with the sun and then like them having razor teeth, the mutated like kids or whatever. Part of me is like, oh, are they like turning into monsters, or is it like a kind of nod to vampire stuff, because there's a song called Lost Boys on here too, so that's kind of like a vampire reference. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but like it's kind of like this song, when you first listen to it and you don't hear the rest of the album, it's like, what am I in for here?
Right. So I'll give my take now that you guys have gotten yours out. I thought, just because like, since I didn't think of like it as like a connected thing. If you look at the song on its own, it could be about like climate change, the world burning and becoming like hotter and hotter, and that's like the death rays. And then like this last part makes me think like they all got razor smiles, but then it says on their faces we scraped them off the classroom walls. I blame the parents, which like evokes kind of to me like that kind of like nuclear shadow thing.
Yeah, where
maybe
like so figures were like immortalized doing kind of
so
to me this, and I didn't have this sort of
I mean it does say all the kids are dead, so that's potentially there was something happening.
Yeah, I didn't have the sort of deeper revelation I think Patrick and Emily did with this. I definitely the thing that did hit me about this was it felt like if this was going to be a movie, this felt like sort of the scene at the end where the end is the beginning and you see sort of like the horror of everything. And then it's like 1 week earlier and then you sort of see everything leading up to that really catastrophic moment.
That's
so that's kind of
I really like
the way that hit me the first time. But yeah, I don't.
Forget my take. I'm going to edit my take out. I'm actually going to take that take. I'm going to move it around.
This felt like really, the sort of
really
like
good,
the kids
actually.
are all dead. Everyone's been killed by the death ray. But I do think that there's a lot to the idea too that there's deeper stuff with the aliens and certainly the death ray and more of a metaphorical. The sun is a death ray that's killing us all. Slowly,
right.
So
at this point, anytime I hear the sun mentioned, I'm like, it is kind of killing us, isn't it?
Well, and with the climate change too, it's like not slowly anymore.
I listen to a lot of King Gizzard. They're bringing that up all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
from Australia.
I love how they use that sort of their concept. We don't have to. This isn't a King Gizzard episode. I'll just.
You guys don't want to talk about King Gizzard? Okay,
I do, but I also have to restrain myself a bit.
We'll have to have you on for one of those then sometime.
Yeah.
Love to.
But yeah, this next track we got for you is Lost Boys.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what the original keyboardist was doing too. I think you got every single note placement right there.
We love a good like woo too. There's so many woos in the song.
Yes. Yeah, we're just talking about King Gizzard. Yeah. A lot of woos. This one like made me want to kind of like skank or something. Like I feel like it only took me a couple tracks to like realize like what their kind of like deal is. There's a lot of I'll just say early on here the transitions between tracks are very very like a live show, you know what I mean, when you have like 2 or 3 songs that all you play it together with before taking a break and talking or whatever. I feel like this is an album that makes you feel that liveness of it,
the cinematic transitions I think between songs are really indicative that they wrote this album with the goal of it sort of flowing together in a way that would be tied into visual transitions also. And maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm off base on that, but it does feel like there was probably a lot of thought put into how the songs connect to one another because they knew it was more than just what you're hearing in your headphones.
I'd be curious to see if they had any like storyboarding or like if they even got that far or anything. Zombina and the Skeletons, if you're listening, we're curious about the storyboarding for this potential project. And hey, maybe if enough people listen, we can get a GoFundMe going. The movie 20 years later.
I remember I have Aaron Taylor Johnson.
That's true. We do have Hollywood on speed dial.
Yo.
We have our villain cast already.
Yeah. I mean, Craven himself. I really enjoy this song though. I like that it's like the Lost Boys lining their pockets with crime and the girls that are losing it. It's like kind of an interesting like view that it's painting of like this maybe this high school that it's introducing and high school kids are introducing in this track. Maybe
I think there's also a bit of a message about the working class in this too, and talking about the fact that people are struggling and needing to resort to crime to kind of make ends meet is a statement on the fact that even back in 2006 our society had left a lot of people behind.
That's true.
And it's pushed toward giving power from the many to the few.
Yeah.
And obviously when people are put in those situations, you can't trust them to have a lot of faith in the systems, and to abide by the rules of the systems that don't protect them from falling into those sort of situations.
Well, I've been telling people, as far as like, groceries go, you can probably pull off filling up an entire cart at least one grocery store that you never go back to. You know what I mean? I'm not advocating for it. I'm saying that it wouldn't be too hard.
Just have to create a diversion, let some wild animals loose in there.
Yes, that is preferred. If you have access to them.
Everyone's got access to raccoons. They're everywhere.
That's true.
This time of year, especially, you just see them rolling
whatever
around.
you need.
Pretty easy to catch too. They're all
obviously
up for winter.
You can't come back, but
well, you have to go back to get the raccoon. But
not necessarily.
there are other stores.
They'll call someone.
I'm
just saying, I feel like you can only really pull this off at like one store before, like, I don't know, they're like they got an eye on you or whatever.
That's true.
But
animal control has you on a tight leash,
a
literal tight leash. You know what they do with those collars on the sticks.
Yeah, you don't want them to do that to you.
I feel like
go on.
This one to me is like kind of like an ode to the outcasts. People that don't want to be understood. I don't know if it's referencing the people that have already like mutated, or if it's just like more about teen angst.
Well, maybe it's like just like kind of beginning in their minds,
right? Yep.
Or something.
But I don't they
the
reference?
Girls are losing it.
Well, don't they reference the one of a kind girl or something? I think is supposed to be Jamie.
I know a girl. She's one of a kind.
Yeah, and she's going out of her mind. So it's like,
yeah.
is she starting to like mutate into something?
Oh.
Also, Jordan,
one of a kind. The poor thing's going out of her mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Jordan asked about what the GRA is.
Yeah.
That is a question I had too.
We were like,
so I joined
okay. So you guys are also you're not.
Yeah.
They mentioned it in a different song, and I'm like, okay, so this is something.
It's to me, I think this is the clearest indication that there was a deeper story that was being told. And to me, like, honestly, like, I don't have a physical copy of the album, but apparently on the physical copies, the liner notes have different like little indicators as to who's telling the story for each song or whose lyrics they are. And I think there's more clues in there too. So to me, this is almost like an ARG. Like, what was that 9 Inch Nails album they did that whole ARG leading up to, where there was all kinds of like...
Wait, what's an ARG?
ARG is an alternate reality game. It's a game that's played with clues in real life that correspond to ways to progress or learn more about a fictitious story. They're really fun. There was one I unintentionally got involved with like 13 years ago. There was a channel on YouTube. I think it was called Pronunciation Guide.
Okay.
And at the same time, there was a Twitter account called Horse Ebooks that would just tweet nonsense. And apparently it would just tweet the one that kind of became really popular, where people had it on shirts and tattoos and stuff. It said like, everything happens so much, which felt like a very like 2011 Tumblr sort of like cursive writing over a
that's pretty good
bokeh photo of a sunset. But there was they had one that was like consume furniture. But apparently what people found out is that it was this bot that was running that was like pulling sections of like ebooks out and like just tweeting these sections of ebooks, and no one really knew what it was for. It went on for years doing that, and had kind of a cult following where people would be all like, oh, like I just love this random sentence generator, basically.
Right.
And then this pronunciation guide on YouTube started doing this thing where they were posting, like they would have like a every day they would post like a word that might be difficult to pronounce. Like if you're an English as a second language or English as a learned language person, or just even somebody who like needs to know how to read a word or pronounce a word.
I've used those before.
Yeah, because if you read a lot, you run into words you don't really hear that often. So they would be like trigonometry, and then they would have a phrase behind it. Well, they started doing these things where they would post like a word that was like conflagration or something, but then they would be all like, conflagration was the result of the regulators burning the records at the whatever facility. And then after, there would be like a beat, and then it would be like, in 77 days, I think it was, something is going to happen. And then they started counting down every day. And so people were like pulling it apart. There was, what is it called, where you have like images in the waveform of sound? You know what I'm talking about? Where if you take the sound apart. So there was like images of like people
Oh my God.
In this thing. And it was this whole, there was a Google Doc everyone was working out. It was super cool. It was really fun, but it turned out the last one they had was horse ebooks. Was like, that was the pronunciation word. And they were like horse ebooks. And so you went to the horse ebooks Twitter account. And it turned out it had been bought by this marketing company to promote this game that basically took place called Bear Stearns Bravo. It took place in the 2008 financial crisis.
Oh my God.
And it was about these regulators going into the financial office in New York. And I mean, it was super cool.
The game was about that?
Yeah, it was like a full motion video game.
What was this game?
Yeah, it was like a game that was like made up of like video, you know, like the FMV games from like the 90s.
We're gonna have to
like,
put the Zombina and the Skeletons on
I'm
the
really,
back burner,
I'm really sorry. We're getting into like weird internet lore from 2010s.
Wild to me.
So do you remember like
play
FMV
an accountant
games?
Or something?
You were like a regulator. Like you were one of the people whose job it was to like make sure that the company was. It was really fun. It was. I never played the game, but I was a huge fan because then the last thing Horse eBooks tweeted was a phone number that you called, and then they gave you an address in San Francisco where they had this like announcement about it. Anyway,
wow, that is
that
is the most clear example of an ARG. There's also one called "This Is My Milwaukee." Yeah, that there was a video on YouTube like 15 years ago.
Well, there's that secret club in Milwaukee. So
you're talking about the one
book,
the not the hiding place. This
I don't know.
Safe house.
The safe house.
Yeah.
Safe house.
No, there was a YouTube video about 15 years ago. Sorry, this is now an internet lore podcast. There was a video in 2010 called "This Is My Milwaukee," and it was a guy walking around with a British accent talking about Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but he was referencing all these items and like places that don't exist. Like he was like, "Stop by the whatever museum."
I think I've heard about
and like there was like little hints that he was referencing a nuclear apocalypse that had happened.
He's like an SCP, isn't he?
I don't know.
You don't know what SCPs are?
Sorry, no. I know what they are, but I didn't know if the British guy from that was an SCP.
Well, I mean, he might be. I'm just saying it's possible.
He might have access to alternate reality games. They're super fun because they kind of force you. Well, they're super fun if you have a lot of time on your hands, which is why I think I was into them in 2010.
Oh no!
When I was a much younger man, because I actually had time to do shit like look at my computer for hours a day and take apart images out of audio waveforms. Are you okay, Brad?
Yes. I just dropped my phone.
Okay.
But
a lot of this album feels like there's qualities to it that could be picked apart with that level of precision and a story kind of born out of that. I think GRA is a huge one because when I asked, so this is actually related.
I was gonna say keep going. You're bringing us back.
Okay, yeah, we're coming full circle here. When I joined a Zombina and the Skeletons fan group called Zats Bats on Facebook, which is a really cool supportive group. Everyone's posting about the new album, which by the way is awesome.
That's right. New album just came out.
Camp on Halloween. In Sinisterio, it's called.
Yeah.
But I asked about that because I know the band is in the group and they respond to a lot of stuff and are kind of sharing joy with everyone over a lot of the fan cult following community that they have.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, my band is going on this awesome podcast called the Album Concept Hour, and we're going to be talking about Death Valley High. Does anyone have any like cool, quirky trivia facts we might not have caught or anything? And they're like, oh, well, you can just ask us. And I was like, oh, cool. What's the GRA? And they were like, wouldn't you like to know? And then they invited me to a Discord that's where people are kind of doing what we're doing here and kind of trying to pick apart this album. Mm-hmm. I actually should probably just take Emily and Patrick's notes and upload them to that Discord later because I think people are. You should
maybe you just post this podcast to that when that happens.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
I'd be very curious to see that Discord.
Nobody knows what the GRA is, and everyone's trying to figure it out. So I think this must be like the band. The band, I think, knows people are going to get it soon, and that's why they're kind of being like a little.
Well, it's like the GRA. I mean, it sounds like the way they refer to it as the GRA makes it sound like they're like an organization of some kind.
Yeah,
like government, regulatory authority, or general research something.
Which, like, I don't know. I feel like similar to almost like some Scott Pilgrim stuff. They might even just throw it out and never embellish them.
And they might have not even had an idea themselves. It might have just been like, oh yeah, that's the fun big bad kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes.
That's for the sequel.
Yeah, history at the 8-episode Netflix series about the GRA workers going about their day.
Yeah. The movie never comes out, but they do get to that series at least.
Ayo.
Yeah. This next track we got for you guys.
I think Emily.
I was just looking at Patrick to see if he had anything to say, but he couldn't see my eyes making eye contact.
I am all good for now.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's okay.
Creating a barrier between my bandmates to
communicate
non-verbally.
But this next track we got for you guys is a little track called "At the Megaplex." Really, really fun song that I think starts to kind of build some more of the world and the story. You know. You kind of hear that guitar, that surf guitar in the background.
I like how the song before this, there's that verse where they talk about this girl. Yeah. And then the girl ends up being the main character of the album. I almost said movie.
Album. She is introduced from someone else's perspective.
Yep. Though. And then the next song, like this song is basically like introducing her and like her like at home life and her at school life, how she wants to be included, but is kind of like a weirdo in terms of like other people in the school, so she doesn't really feel like she fits in. It's kind of cool. The song before talking about how whatever this evil presence is, they're kind of just like watching her and almost like picking her as someone that they can like use, and that's what I think the Lost Boys are. They're kind of
that's
like,
a good take.
They're kind of like these like outcasts that they feel like either like aligned with them in terms of like how they feel about the rest of the world, or they pick these like super angry, outcasted type of people and kind of use them for their like evil plans.
Yes,
that's like a really good observation.
The GRA. Again, it's almost like it's like a alternate universe, like Scott Pilgrim situation. You know what I mean? It like a lot of the like the choices that they make. I know we're talking about Scott Pilgrim a lot, but like it does really like it's got the quirkiness kind of that that had. It just must have been something like in the kind of creative, thoughts at the time that this kind of like, bringing back some of those old school tropes, like these are the villains, these are the jocks, and these are the geeks. Bringing those back kind of ironically.
Well, I think that like there's a common thread too with like Scott Pilgrim comics. This almost feels like it could have been a comic too,
right? Like a side story or something.
Yeah. I feel like she's definitely a loner.
Yes.
I kind of wonder because
she wants to connect.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like
she wants to make out at least,
and she's like kind of ruminating on it. And you know how like. I don't know, maybe this is me projecting a little bit because I was once a teenage girl, but like, as a teenage girl, sometimes you think so much more about what you're missing out on and you come up with these like fantasy type stories versus what's actually like reality.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like it mentions that she's sick, which I kind of interpreted a little bit.
You've actually said that one on this podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But literally, it's like, is this actually her starting the mutation?
Ooh.
And that's why she can't go out.
She's sick. Yeah. That's true.
And also, too, the double feature is Night of the Ghouls and The Creature Walks Among Us.
Yeah.
And
tonsillitis is what she thinks it is.
And we love a good wordplay, and the not getting tongue tonight is very funny with like,
with the tonsillitis.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the song obviously has like some deeper story beats to it too, but I feel like it really captures that like teenage fear of missing out, especially like sexually, and especially with stuff like hanging out at the disco, which another anachronism in this album. I think there's like a lot of like things in this album that feel like you don't really know what time it takes place, like talking about the disco in one, like clearly it's it's evocative of like 1950s and 60s horror sci-fi. But then there's beats like that where they talk about the disco, or the next one of the next songs they talk about Devo.
Yeah, I was about to say Devo is one of the only things that I think sets it in a particular
kind of dates
time.
it. Yeah,
so I think that it's probably late 80s, maybe.
Yeah, it's like that, like sort of 80s where everyone was like, because everyone.
We do want to pin it down.
Well, everyone was like, you know, everyone in the 80s, all the filmmakers were 30, 35 years old. So they were all writing about the 50s again, which happens every generation. Like everyone's obsessed with the 90s and now, and we're getting into early 2000s because everyone who's old enough to have a job writing films and producing films is like, that's the time that they remember being happy in. So it's like, you know, that's when they were a teenager. That's when they felt like they were having all this fun and no responsibility, just going out to the disco, making out at a movie theater, all that stuff. And I think that it feels very like it captures that sort of like teenage longing really well. This song does.
I also feel like there's like an instrumental part that literally feels like it gives the sensation of spiraling, which I think also works well with her literally spiraling in her head, like super hyperfixated on
and maybe
all of the
turning
things.
into a ghoul or being a
maybe she's
that
having a
walks
fever
among
dream.
us.
Who knows?
Well, like part of the thing I'm wondering, I guess, like going through this is like, is she the only one that's sick, or is everyone else also?
I mean, I feel like, it could be everyone.
Well,
it could be
the villain. I don't think song is like necessarily about her though.
Oh, I don't.
Oh no, I don't think so either. Yeah, I think that's another character.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get there in a couple songs. But I'll just say that I like that at the beginning of the song, you feel like she's like about to be going out, like she's like getting ready to go out, but like she, like you said, is projecting like this like kind of fantasy idea, and it's not until the last verse that you realize like, oh, she's actually sick and she's staying home. And she's not going to get any of that action she's been singing about.
But she really wants to.
She wants it. She wants to.
She's frisky.
Well, she's like so there's absent fiends and no one here to unbutton my jeans. I'm missing the movie show. Stay at home thinking about making out.
It's like that Dashboard song. It's like, want to be anywhere with anyone making out.
Yeah.
she's kind of the Dashboard confessional of her.
Was that the Spider-Man one?
Probably.
No, that wasn't
Vindicated.
Vindicated.
That's Vindicated.
No, that was Hero by Chad Kroeger from Nickelback.
Oh my God, Hero. And they say that a hero save us.
I'm not gonna stand here and wait. That's our next concept album we're doing. The Spider-Man 1 soundtrack. The Legend of Bonesaw.
Dude, that Spider-Man DVD was fucking great. Yeah. They had so many music videos and special features. Oh my God. Right.
You used to actually own stuff and you used to get a bunch of extra stuff when you bought it.
Now you have to buy it separately, like on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and then they can just
rip
it out of your hands once those licensing deals with Chad Kroeger go south.
Back then, like remember those like kids like DVDs where they had like actual games that you could play.
The Shrek DVD was fucking packed, dude. Yeah, the Shrek DVD was definitely like a millennial moment for all of us. But yeah, speaking of TV, we got My TV.
Nice transition.
All about what we were just talking about.
Brad.
Thank you. I love that.
So dramatic in a good way.
Yeah, I love her talking to her TV like it is a friend. Like the TV is always there for you. You know what I mean? It is one of those things. Like, I know, you shouldn't watch too much. You should get out and touch grass or whatever. But like, goddamn, I love me some TV, and I love this song for. I think you were saying earlier, Patrick, about the cool thing being that it's like the only song that's like real love song.
I love that it's a love song that's not about like an actual like human thing. It's like a TV. Which can be, I mean, when you think about her being like an outcast, I mean, even thinking back to like me being in like high school or middle school and kind of being like an outcast, and you kind of find like comfort in like video games or like TV, and like there's characters in those things that you connect with that maybe you can't connect with anyone in person. That's probably not a healthy mindset to have. You should definitely touch grass also.
Well, well, it's like, it's one of those things though where it is as long as you're not doing it too many hours of the day.
Exactly.
You know, it's like a really great, I mean, for me it's the end of the night. I decompress with a movie or TV show.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast just
that's first thing in the morning.
Mr. Beast.
That's,
that's what it would be if they wrote it now. It'd be my Roblox.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
But and I think that it is one of those things though that everyone can, you know, kind of connect to, I think, on a very human level. I'm talking about TV. But like it is one of those things that it is so a part of our experience now as humans to like watch, whether it's TV or YouTube or whatever, like, you know, we like that. So, you know.
Well, and just the escapism too of like,
exactly.
it's I think this is like further characterizing her. Like this is a really good song that just again shows how kind of lost in fantasy she gets at times, and like the fact that like so much of that comes from her like unhealthy relationship with her TV, and the fact that she is clearly very much somebody who copes with the general stress and angst of being a teenager with escapism.
Right.
One thing that I noticed about this and I thought was interesting, and obviously a lot of the songs prior to this have been very exposition heavy, which I feel like might kind of not suggest this, but I kind of wonder if, because the song closes with her saying goodnight to her TV, so she's going to bed. Like how much of the rest of the album is the dream she's having after watching monster movies and all this stuff on.
This whole song feels like almost like a dream sequence too. Like it's like, well, I mean, it starts out with like an alarm clock, and then she immediately is like TV on. So it's like a whole day of her with her TV.
I love the arpeggiated piano the whole time too.
And there's even like whirring like kind of noises at certain points that makes it seem like the TV is like literally interacting with her, like it's like a person that's personified.
Oh, cool.
And like one thing I had just as like a, you know, little thing, she's literally couch rotting, which again, if it's like she has started mutating, I'm like, oh, couch rotting like on her TV. And we love the double entendre of I've come to turn you on. Like she's still very much like focused on the relationship part of it. But yeah, I kind of like think it's more of like a dissociation, like dream-like state, because like I just got those vibes more from like the instrumental. And I just love how it's like kind of like Beach Boys, like bubblegum. Like this is a very bubblegum heavy kind of vibe with this song.
They're so good about connecting different like pieces of rock sounds and making it their own.
I think she's being controlled by the aliens through the TV. And
see, Patrick, wow, my
Patrick's gonna drop like a locked door on us at the end of this. He's gonna fucking stand up like Hercule Poirot and be like, "Oh, but see, the TV was broadcasting the alien signals to Janie."
Zombina and the Skeletones are gonna be watching this. They're gonna be like, "How is he so spot on about everything that we did? We're being so vague about it, but he just knows everything."
We're hiring him to direct this movie.
I would do it. I have no experience, but I can figure it out.
Movie.
Absolutely. Just tell me what to do, and then I'll.
the director who has a director.
I was gonna say, I think that might be your part of your paycheck.
No, but once they like show me the ropes, I can kind of figure it out. Just picture me in like a full like director's like a cliche director's outfit. Just be like how do you work this camera again? Can someone tell me how to turn this on?
He's
please?
got the director's
Oh god, there's
chair.
masking tape all over the floor here. You're just pulling up all the spike spots for everybody.
Such a mess.
Hell yeah. But yeah, great track though. I really, really appreciate it. It doesn't even like necessarily need to, you know, fit with the album at all. This is one of those songs that like you can just play for a friend and be like, hey, check this out.
We all feel this way about our televisions.
We all feel this way about our TV, right? You say goodnight to your television before you go to bed, right?
Say goodnight to that Roku streaming stick you got plugged into
good
the back.
Good night, TV. Good night, Roku. Good night, Panasonic. But this next track, I think, is where we're going to get into some lore.
Yes.
This is where I have some questions for you guys. This is a villain. Like, how is this not on like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or something? You know what I mean? Like, it's so good.
Yeah, this song, the synthesizers in this song is absolutely, I think, aspirational synth.
Yes.
For any kind of punk band that has that sound. I think the fact that it sounds like they're playing both pads and bass at the same time on the synth is crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. I love that
they're doing the texture. Like
you can't tell if it's the synth or the bass or both. You know? Yeah.
It's a super cool sound. I also love the kind of like little step down they do in the chorus. That's a little like Phantom of the Opera-esque, like the almost that descending chromatic. D minor to B flat scale that happens in Phantom where they do that.
Yeah.
And it's like everything drops out at that point, right? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
The villain. Like that kind of thing. It's sick. It's just it's got so many like layers of texture that add to the kind of horror punk vibe to it, but it also still feels very like kind of 1960s corny mad scientist in like a really fun way. Like it's not corny, it's campy. It feels very like, oh, this is clearly describing some freak in a lab with big round goggles on, in a lab coat, like Dr. Weird
he's
from
school mad scientist.
I feel like I was getting like Outsiders vibes.
Like
a baddie at school who's like the bad boy, and then because they they do have like evil laughter though in this, so maybe he is more of a scientist. I don't know.
I think I think as the album goes, to me, I think the villain character is definitely like one of Janie's classmates and like somebody who like is there to kind of help her with stuff later on.
He creates the death ray that she uses later, right?
Right. So maybe he is more of the, I don't know. I guess I didn't really think.
Well, evil, because Andy's his name, right? Andy's always building evil rays for the GRA. So he's like,
he's part of the GRA.
Yeah, he's part of the GRA, but also too, I think he has a closer connection to Janie. But yeah, definitely like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, that's Dr. Weird from Aqua Teen Hunger Force up in the castle. Behold! Yeah. That's the vibe I got from it.
I don't know. Man. What do you think, Patrick?
I mean, because like the whole the whole point of the Outsiders is that they didn't attend school. I feel like you couldn't not attend school and know how to make an evil ray at the same time.
I mean,
I think you got to have some kind of brain power. I don't know if a lot of the Outsiders.
I think like, and maybe this was just like because I didn't really make the connection to the like science, whatever. But I think in my brain, I was thinking he was a weapon created by the GRA, who is then like he's like a mutant that's like working undercover, and like I kind of read it as like this is maybe the love interest
because he's been that way since he was a baby, maybe.
Like they were like he's just a bad seed, and like they're like, oh, we picked him because he doesn't fit in some way, or we made him
rage and vengeful gene.
Yeah, but I kind of read it as
Terminator.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
I was a high school Terminator,
and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like this could be her love interest, and she's like, oh, I'm into the bad boy, or he's some kind of like he's recruiting people that can be used as weapons.
I'll only push back on the love interest because of what happens later. I don't think that he would have given her the ray gun thing.
You guys are right.
You know what I mean? But
this is why we need to talk about it, because then I can be like, I could go on forever.
He's definitely like her supplier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
He's important, and perhaps, I don't know, maybe he's expounded upon in EPs. I don't know.
Yeah, he's getting her the stuff she needs, and maybe helping her leave a certain place later on too.
Yeah.
Definitely working with the GRA though.
Yes.
Whatever that
and
is.
I swear to God, I've heard the GRA somewhere before, but like I couldn't find anything on a Google search.
I mean,
but
it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I think there is a group called the GRA.
Yeah, like I looked it up this morning, and then I think it's a thing, but like it's not the kind of thing
I think that there's a lot
about.
of things that are using GRA as an acronym. So like Googling it is not very helpful. You know?
Plus Google and AI.
Yeah,
that's not helpful at all.
It's pretty cooked. I have DuckDuckGo, and apparently it's just as bad now.
They're all gonna do that.
They're all I can't get away from the
go back to web crawler
AI apocalypse. Hey, but the bubble's supposed to pop soon.
Oh.
I'm personally waiting for like 8 bubbles to pop right now. Like AI,
there's a lot
housing,
of bubbles.
Like we need
fascism,
all of them.
There's a lot of bubbles that need to pop. But we'll see what happens. I was just gonna say before we move along though, I think that this song would play perfectly as an Offspring song.
Oh, I could see that.
The way that goes, clap his hand as he said, finito, nito.
Yeah.
Like that would fit perfectly in like early 90s California pop punk, whatever that was. Like, yeah. And it's got a little bit of the surf, just a touch of the surf guitar. And then so this one's after Villain, Guess What, I Love You. So this is the love interest we're about to meet. I almost just picked that chorus that we were about to hear, but excuse me. Great song, great chorus. I felt that it was very They Might Be Giants.
Oh, I could hear
I feel like
that.
especially with the they're doing the kind of organ synth tone that They Might Be Giants uses a lot. But I really enjoyed this one. This one was like a nice as opposed to the first like 5, this one changed it up a little bit, and it showed you that they were capable of a lot more, and capable of being more soft and not just the energy like punk. Yeah.
This one, I know I made this comment when we were reacting to it too, but this song feels very music theater, like, and it almost kind of has like almost a Rocky Horror vibe to it, like with some of the really upbeat parts, especially they have that like 1950s, 60s kind of mid-century rock and roll sound, but also it feels a lot like it feels like there's a lot of movement to it, which almost seems like it would be good on stage or visual layer, having kind of people synchronized dancing too.
Going in and out,
right?
Yeah,
it's like interactive too, like the whole like guess what, and they're like what? It's like I love the call and answer, like the back and forth there with that. But
they're really really good at that that in general. Their vocals are just fucking. That's probably why I love this so much. Their vocals are so fucking good.
Also,
I am a real fan of harmonies and like really understanding how to layer things. Like that shit gets to me.
I know we talked about it a little bit, trying to like date this album and trying to figure out where this album takes place chronologically, but I feel like the really funny thing about this is like the whole thing, like it's clearly like her love interest writing the letter to her, and it's I saw you last night at the Devo show where I never thought someone like you would go. That feels like such a like performative male kind of pickup line, like a guy being like, "Oh, I didn't know you were cool enough to listen to Devo." And there's still guys like that. It's such a like targeted like type of guy that is being called out here, and then that comes back later on too when you find out what kind of person he actually is.
Well, I also think that it's a very like high school guy, like you haven't dated much yet, you have this like weird like mentality about it already that you haven't actually tested in the world yet, and so I do remember a lot of dudes my age being very condescending
there's
about
a really
stuff that they like,
Can I make a movie recommendation? There's a really good movie that came out last year called Lisa Frankenstein.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like it also takes this kind of guy to task quite a bit. With specifically the end of the movie, the last act of it. It's really fun. It's super fantastic. It's, I think, Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, directorial debut. What? And it's written by
I didn't know she was in the business.
What's their name? The Juno writer. Diablo Cody.
Yeah,
it's Diablo Cody. So it's super quirked up in a really fun way. Like it feels very like, oh, this album could have came out in 2009 or 2006 or whatever like this. But it also takes this kind of guy to task where it's 100%. Like oh, I'm into stuff you don't even know about, and then it turns out it's like really accessible, clear stuff. So I feel like this is like the first kind of hint that this guy is not the ideal partner for somebody who actually seems as like uniquely affected as Janie to be kind of, you know, getting with, and clearly his sort of like spell is working on her of like, oh yeah, like I didn't know you were into weird stuff like me. Guess we're both just kind of outcasts in the world.
Like, yeah, I'm just like you actually.
And and all those hip chicks that I dated all turned out to be overrated. So it's kind of like, I know you saw me with all the popular girls, but I'm actually like really deep.
I'm actually into you though.
I'm actually,
you're a smart girl.
I'm kind of a tortured guy who's just like attract a lot of the wrong girls, but like they're just basic and simple. And there's a lot of this album I think does tackle like latent misogyny and patriarchy in a kind of subversive and subtle way. And I think that comes back later on. There's one line especially after shit hits the fan in this album that really kind of made me reread the rest of the lyrics through that lens.
Yeah, I'm curious.
This is cool. I feel like this is a really fun, like,
subtle characterization. Right now, from my perspective, it seems like she kind of overreacts on him.
Oh my God, yeah.
But, she's like,
but also too, it kind of like insinuates she's very inexperienced and really like like overly like you know, she's like, oh, there's so much emphasis. Like it seems like she's a little like, you know, just really wants love really bad, a little crazy. But I mean, she's
finally getting the attention she's been talking about.
Right. She like the whole vibe of this song is literally so accurate to how like a girl who's like, this person paid attention to me. I'm in high school. What? It's the first person who's ever like asked me out or like shown interest. And you're like, literally like the like, oh my God, like super like energetic, like that's literally like a reaction like a girl would have to being like, oh, someone sees me, like, you know,
that's a reaction I might have. It's nice.
She got
a letter, you know. This is back when people were still passing around letters,
right? I know, notes. Right?
Although I feel like if they lock the phones up, they're probably still passing around notes.
I mean,
I don't think
they probably figure it out.
Yeah, probably, notes are figure they're like, wait a minute, we could use this.
We could write things on this paper.
And
you have a thing you can hold and stash away and go back and look at and feel those feelings. That notes are super fun. Hey, anybody listening, write somebody you care about a note and tell them why you care about them. Or if you don't, like, if you want to express another emotion, you can do that too. Like, basically, any emotion is allowed in notes.
But
it's kind of cool.
I always saw them going around. I was like, oh, okay.
Have you ever like found one that was someone else's, intercepted it?
No, I don't think I ever did. I was just outside of the note like game entirely. You know?
It's never too late. Let's start it up.
In college, I wrote some notes. You know? Like there was some letters, some love letters. You know? I don't know why I said it that way.
Some love letters.
Love letters.
I had a friend who used to write these really complicated notes to the newspaper in San Francisco where we lived, and they were like these really intricate puzzles that you kind of had to like go through and solve. And I think a lot of them we still like, they never figured them out. So anyway, he works for the New York Times now. He's in the puzzle department there.
Obviously.
He's a senator from Texas.
What?
Yeah.
Huh? Hold on.
No, this is about
who are we talking about now?
He's really good at puzzles anyway. So you can do that with notes too. You can write puzzles and send them to the newspapers. Okay, hold on.
He's so
I have an image in my head now of who you're talking about.
You know what? A lot of stuff just clicked. I'm sorry. I need to leave.
Brad,
I'm sorry. I need to leave.
This is why he doesn't have access to Wikipedia.
A lot of stuff has just changed in my opinion of this person. I'm really sorry.
Okay, we might have to stop tonight, guys.
I love this song. It feels a little like, and obviously like this kind of, these archetypes are pretty well defined, and I think they're sort of following a era the story is taking place in an era where there were a lot of like really clear archetypes like goths, jocks, or like all kids, but it feels a little like almost Heather's like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Janie seems a little like if you were casting this movie, I would immediately be like Winona Ryder circa 1991
my God,
for Janie or any of that.
I wonder if the Devo reference, Uncontrollable Urge, will play into the future. Wink.
So she was at the Devo show because she had an uncontrollable urge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this next track we have here, we're gonna cover one more track and then we're gonna take a quick break. This next track is Prom Night the acapella one?
Prom Night's the acapella one.
Okay. We're gonna listen to the acapella one and then discuss that and then take a quick break. Here is Prom Night.
He tells me I'm too late. Go round, Scooby-Doo, go round. Too late, no date. I'm left all alone. All night, having fun, and I wanna go home. Prom night equals whole lot of no fun. I'm not having fun, and I wanna go home. Prom night equals whole lot of no fun. I sneak round my back through a broken window, but I cut my head.
I just realized her voice kind of reminds me a bit of the vocalist of Bikini Kill. But
that's what it is.
More of like a clean version of that.
Yeah.
Less shouting.
Yeah. Like more controlled,
like,
more melodic.
Yeah.
But it's in that same timbre, that same very high register.
I was literally all week trying to figure out who she reminded me of, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because like every now and again there are some artists where it's like, like these two artists have like the same exact voice.
Yeah.
And it's hard to distinguish them, But this one definitely like, is a lot cleaner than Bikini Kill would do.
Yeah.
But
They had that, like, did they have that acapella part at the beginning of it was like the schoolyard chant. What was that song that Bikini Kill did?
I don't know their discography well enough, honestly.
They have one song.
I shouldn't have opened the door.
That.
Yeah, it's okay. I might have had it might have been a dream I had.
I do love Bikini Kill when I hear it.
They definitely have a song like that. I just don't remember what it's called.
And I love that the Bikini Kill girl and the Beastie Boys guy are married.
Kathleen Hanna. Yeah.
I love that that's a thing.
Yeah.
And that they're still together. But yeah, this was one of my favorite tracks, I think, on the album.
Well, like
hands down. I love like harmonies and layering, and they're even doing the Scooby-Doo go round thing in the background. It's like that is
the
some real
kind of
yeah. That's like probably the oldest sounding thing. Yeah. Which is like I had to like stop and be like, wait, are they literally saying Scooby-Doo go round?
Scooby-Doo does go round.
I mean,
sorry, they weren't hit with some kind of copyright strike or something.
Warner Brothers.
Don't put that out into the universe, guys.
Oh shit! Sorry, you're right. You are absolutely right. Cut that.
Can't even say the characters
Can't even
anymore.
Say it. But then there's the other thing they say is whole lot of no fun, want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because this is where the story kind of is played out a little bit. She essentially, what was it? She gets to the door and her watch, it says it's 8:00. But the dude's dad, who she was going to pick up, tells her that it's too late and that he left all alone. So she, it seems like she was maybe late to pick him up. Or late to meet. I mean,
is she, or is she literally just when I get to the door, my watch tells me it's 8? But the man on the door
tells me.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true.
So,
you're right.
So I think she gets there at time. I think she's supposed to be there at 8 to pick him up, and then when she gets there, it's probably her love interest dad is like,
okay,
sorry, you're too late. He's already left, which is kind of like, because later we find out he left to go to the dance with somebody else. And
okay.
So she
now I'm
We're
team
cooking now.
I'm team fuck
Team
up
Janie.
this guy. Yeah.
I mean like the whole album is like like her kind of like
after sending her this letter,
assuming power. Well, this letter where he's acting all
getting
shitty and like poetic and stuff, performative and But the song's really fun. I was saying earlier, during our listen, I think this album is really great because it's a concept album that doesn't feel like there's any space wasted on filler. Like none of this feels like it's just there to set a mood or just there to set atmosphere. Like all these songs have their very unique qualities that make them great songs with the context removed.
Yeah.
They just happen to fit together seamlessly to create this really cohesive, like, experience of almost like watching a movie with your ears.
Right.
I love
and these
that.
are the best like albums to cover on this podcast, frankly, like where there is a lot to fill in, there is a lot to imagine, there's a lot to cinematic, there's cinematic music
there are
that
no
we
skips
listen
too.
to. I mean, why would you? They're only 2 minutes, like by the time you try to reach for the skip button, it'll be a new song.
They got you that way, but that's how they get you.
Well, I've been on the record saying I love 30 to 35 minute albums are like probably my favorite length of an album, especially if it's like one of the first couple of albums. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you're doing your first couple of albums, you don't have much business doing like an hour-long thing necessarily, But I like that. What do I like? What was I gonna say? This song's impressive as fuck.
I mean, I think too, it's like kind of like the whole like acapella thing. It almost gives the vibe of like she's wandering around trying to find him, and it's like it's very again effective at like the storytelling with a visual too.
It's all of the acapella is like kind of her background voice.
Like her like
this night sucks. Scooby-Doo go round.
Well, and it's like it's literally like the whole Scooby-Doo go round. It's like she's on a mission trying to find him too. Very Scooby-Doo, but also just like to me, it's kind of like she's leaning into her comfort zone of I want to go home. I want to be alone because that's how I cope with things when things don't go right. So it's like very much like still like sticking to that. I'm still kind of a loner, even though I thought I wasn't, and I thought this was like my chance to get out there. And then we all know at the end of the song that it's very apparent that it takes a very like literal turn.
Oh yeah, does that happen in this song?
It's like at the very end of this song. I wrote down. There's like
the
home.
She doesn't do it. Well, yeah.
But even the way like the last
but the
word
next
home,
track is called "Your Girlfriend's Head."
Right.
So this isn't a spoiler necessarily, but the last little thing here is there's no way I can watch. I should mention she goes to the prom. She sneaks around back, goes through a broken window, cuts her hand, and then she sees the dude dancing with another girl. And she says at the end here, there's no way I can watch the scene unfold. She and me and a knife makes 3. So heads are gonna roll. I'm not having fun and I want to go home.
And literally the way home like does like it's like a distorted like
oh yeah, the last one. Yeah. The last one, it's like telling you as the audience,
tone is turned.
The tone is shifting.
Yes.
Heads
literally
will roll.
Well, and it's kind of like her last chance to sort of choose.
This is your last chance.
I mean, she's like it's like a fork in the road, right? She's like, either I can go home or I can go through with what I wind up going through with.
That's very true. This is kind of the fork in the road here.
Yeah, and it feels like this is sort of like the inciting action to the climax and the sort of events now that the story's really ramped up. Like so much of this leading up to this, the first half of the album is like exposition.
Right.
And then you finally get to this track and it's literally what happens with all of these characters, all of these motivations.
Yeah.
And Janie has a chance here to be like, I'm not having fun. I want to go home.
Yeah.
But there's another thing I could do instead, which she winds up doing.
Like maybe one of her fantasies actually, she thought it was, maybe she didn't think she was doing it for real, or maybe she's like, I'm just going to lean into this. This is who I am.
Yeah, this is who I am now.
Patrick, anything?
I'm so sorry, Patrick.
No. You guys all nailed it.
He's like, no notes.
Exactly what.
Well, that I think is a perfect place to leave us on a break. We're at the fork in the road here. Who knows where she'll go? Although I did just tell you that the next track is called "Your Girlfriend's Head." So
but that could be about
anything.
Could be about anything.
It could be about
wink, wink.
Oral sex.
It could be about oral sex. That's correct.
or decapitation.
One of the two.
What is it? You'll have to wait.
You'll have to wait and see.
Either way, it will be lurid. Yeah, like dogs, dogs don't get it when we're watching TV because they can't see the images on TV, so they think we're just watching a flashing square. But we also don't understand why a dog will sniff the same spot for 30 seconds, even though there's like years of scent into that thing. That's literally dog TV. When you see a dog sniffing another dog's piss spot, that's dog TV.
Well, I think like actual dog TV is like us eating food.
Probably,
you know what I mean? Like that's the only time where they're like their visuals are like
that's like dog strip club because they're like
you're right.
I'm enjoing this, but I can't touch.
What about like watching squirrels? That would be like dog TV.
Dog strip.
Oh yeah. My mom will
things.
feed squirrels right there in front of on their deck, and then like their dog will just sit there in their chair.
We used to do that. Our cat we would throw all kind of produce outside.
Yeah,
well, produce that went bad, not just like for fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, my mom did learn her lesson though a little bit because the squirrels got so fat that they were easier to hunt down for the local foxes.
Oh no!
So,
just a massacre of squirrels.
Pretty much. It was just like, oh my God, Mom.
There's a lesson about human complacency in that. If you, you know what? That's a good lesson about AI, Brad. If you accept the gifts that are being given by the overlords, all you're going to do is become too slow to get away from the foxes.
That's true.
That's a beautiful.
I get an amen.
Yeah, amen. All right. Well, we're going to get back on the stream now. Welcome back to the Album Concept Hour. We're back to finish off Zombina and the Skeletones' Death Valley High from 2006. And let's see. Would it surprise you guys to know that there was another album in 2006 that came out that well, actually, hold on. I can't really talk about this without spoiling anything. Let's just shelf that. Let's shelf that for now. I was about to spoil the actual plot of this one. When we last left you guys, we were at a fork in the road. And they were, they grabbed this knife, they were kind of excited about this knife that they grabbed, and they said the heads were going to roll, or they might go home, So we're going to see this track, your girlfriend's head, see which way they go, God damn.
Yeah, that song is one of my favorite ones on the entire album. It's so good.
Yeah. That one just trucks along, man.
And it really I think I mentioned this during the reaction stream too, but it really sounds like it's got almost like an old school AFI vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
where it's got that kind of horror punk sound, but it still is really moving really fast, and a lot of the pickups she does vocally where she starts singing a line before the rest of the instruments kick in are very much like what Davey Havoc was doing on those early AFI kind of records, like Very Proud of You and Black Sails in the Sunset and the All Hallows EP and that sort of thing. So the song fucking whips ass. It's so good.
Got drum rolls, got head rolls. I feel like it's kind of like it from the last song too. It really is like, hey, let's go into reality real fast here. And
we go from
like
a cappella to this.
Yeah, it's like a violent tone shift.
It's very clear what decision she makes because it's it's calm, sort of internal monologue consideration to chaotic, fast punk beat and kind of organ going all over the keys there. Were you going to bring up the Yeah song? Is that what you were talking
really
about?
Good.
Oh yeah, the heads will roll.
Oh no! What I was gonna bring up is a Hit the Lights, an album by the band Hit the Lights, called "This Is a Stick Up, Don't Make It a Murder."
Oh, that's a good album.
I forgot about them.
Yeah. But we'll get to why I'm gonna make the comparison to them later.
The song kind of gives me Carrie vibes too.
Yeah,
very much so. Yeah. This is a Carrie situation for sure. She is deteriorated from either radiation or from alien meddling. We're not quite sure, but she has decided instead of just going home and dealing with, the rejection or whatever, she is going to get violent. She goes straight to chopping and heads roll.
Which imagine, because in the last song, she talked about cutting someone's head off with a knife.
Yes.
And that's a crazy thing to do.
Yes.
Unless it's like a big knife.
A knife.
I just imagine like a pocket knife.
Me, who had unrestricted access to the internet as a young high schooler.
Oh yeah, you know about
Live Leaks told me that one time.
I would love to say I don't know what that looks like. Unfortunately, a lot of those Live Leak videos.
I've only heard it described. Fortunately, I've only ever heard it described.
I mean, that's probably fortunately.
I'm happy for you. Really happy for you, Brad.
I feel like. Thank you. Does anyone else get the vibe that she's like really detached though from what she's done? Because even like the line about the ketchup, it's like that is blood. Lady.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like the moment that she makes this decision, like everything kind of snaps into place, like a Carrie.
It's the alien rays.
Yeah,
it's the alien rays from the TV.
Yeah.
Patrick's got it figured out.
Now, did we consider this as maybe a hot dog themed prom, and that actually is ketchup on her?
I did not consider
it's
it.
Your girlfriend's bread.
Your girlfriend's bread. It says hot dog prom 1986. Relish the night.
Just at home
in cursive
eating hot dogs.
She's just she's having that weird dream after watching those horror movies, and
maybe she's in a psychiatric hospital or something. You got one of those,
and all she's getting is hot dogs.
That still sounds better than going to prom.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I went to 2 proms. I don't remember hot dogs at either of them. So
bummer.
I know.
I mean, I think like the whole vibe of it is just if you would have went to prom with me, none of this would have happened. And it's kind of like a impulse control kind of thing. It's like my impulse is to like act on the violence.
She's got like ADHD.
I mean, don't we all? But yeah, it's like it's like almost like when you have like intrusive thoughts, and she actually acted on the intrusive thought of like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
like,
very much so. Yeah,
you know? And I was like, oh shoot, that's real.
This is like probably like, because I'm a first timer to this album, and so this was the first moment I was like, oh, they're actually like going there. There's
like stuff happening.
Yeah. Like
are flying, girls are crying.
Yeah, I think this is around the time. This is like the track where I realized like, oh, this is very much connected. This isn't a concept album. She said in the last track, she says heads are gonna roll, and sure enough, heads are rolling.
Yeah,
in the punch bowl or whatever.
So does she use a knife, or is it that piece of glass she cut herself with?
Oh, that's.
I kind of wonder if she
I think she says knife.
Yeah, but I mean, is that more of like a symbolic knife? Like, I'm using this.
Also, I forgot to mention, this could all be in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a lot of exposition for it to have been in a dream, though.
Like there's a lot of Inception, like
it would be kind of weird.
The cast of Inception is gonna come out.
Oh yeah,
she's gonna be the newest member of their.
Yes, she's being incepted.
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan's like, I stole this movie from Satoshi Kon. I watched Paprika and made this movie.
Oh no.
Sorry. I don't like Christopher Nolan, for the record.
Well, it's on record.
It's on
this
record.
Podcast. Not a Christopher Nolan fan.
I will say this. Christopher Nolan's given the world a gift of a fun game you can play when a new movie of his comes out. That's which one of the 2 women characters in this movie gets to be the dead wife or girlfriend. So that's a fun game you get to play every few years.
Yeah.
Pushes out a new one.
Definitely, that's he's got a comfort zone, and that's where he stays.
That's not the reason I'm kicked off Wikipedia, but it is an edit I have repeatedly tried to make.
Oppenheimer actually sucked, and it shouldn't have gotten any of the awards.
Oppenheimer was boring as hell. I stand by that. That's not even a joke. That movie is way too long and way too boring.
You didn't like the sound design, like tick 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 tick,
and the whole explosion thing was not as cool as it should have been.
Well, yeah, that okay, absolutely.
They're like,
if we're gonna be real for a second, that was the worst part of it. It's like we've been watching like amazing CGI like nuclear explosions forever. We know what they look like.
Just let Michael Bay do that
just
scene.
Let Michael Bay just on one day. Just let him come in.
Bay Day.
Dude, Bay Day.
Bring him in.
Bring the Bayham.
Bring the Bayham. Okay, sorry. That's a huge tangent. That's not related to anything. Except that I wouldn't let Christopher Nolan direct this movie if they made it.
Right.
I wouldn't want. I shouldn't say I wouldn't let him. It's not up to me. I wouldn't want him to.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting choice. It would be interesting.
I mean, at least you know which one of the two women is the dead wife or girlfriend. There we go. I brought it back.
Full circle.
I did. I made it come full circle.
Honestly, he would really dig King Diamond's Abigail 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. That's got dead wife, girlfriend all over it. Yeah. But yeah, she chops this lady's head off right in the middle of the dance. Well, I wouldn't say chopped as much as like sawed, probably took a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a sawing action.
Yeah. Probably took a little while. And people are just standing there.
I was going to say, I like that no one stopped her because obviously that would take some
what
time.
are you going to do?
What if it was like an anime thing where she like rushed at her and then just appeared behind her and the girlfriend's head just like slid off?
Oh,
that's possible. Yeah, that's possible.
That'd be sick. That's how I would direct.
If this isn't a Scott Pilgrim situation, then you're probably right. And then we got the Fragile Hearts. Unless you guys have any other.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Here is a bit of the Fragile Hearts. We're like, I love that. Like right after doing this, she's like playing the sympathy card.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Here's the Fragile Heart. I don't know why, but that right there probably for me dates it is the 2000s. That little section. There's something about the melody and what they're deciding to do with the production. I feel like there's a couple like maybe LCD sound system. Mm-hmm.
I can totally hear that now that you mention that.
Yeah.
Or what's the band? The Broken Social Scene.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
This
is one of my personal. Like I love the synthy ones, but I really do like this song.
I think this is one that I've only heard it a couple times, but I feel like this is like a grower. Like this is one that like the more that you hear this song, the better it is. Because even just hearing the clip right there, I was like, man, this song is like really, really special.
I think like anytime I listen to it, like I can see like how if this were a scene in a movie, you know how like sometimes like they'll have like a main character that's like moving slowly or not moving at all, and it's all the people behind them like moving really fast paced. That's literally how I envision her like being like, hey man, like,
but instead it's like everyone's screaming and
running.
Like
the chaos around her and her just coming to the realization that damn, like this is going to result in a lifetime of hell because I made one split decision.
A cool scene in a play too. Like I was thinking about how this would be a good kind of like a musical like
spotlight
like
on
play.
her.
Oh yeah,
like everyone in the background's just running around and she's just kind of like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
To me, this song feels very much like a false end to this story. Like this literally like kind of feels like almost like waving it away at the end with the bop ba da das where they're kind of like, oh, it's like this is the end.
This actually could, if this was like a movie, this would make a great ending.
Or like in a play, like you were saying, Patrick, like this would be right before the intermission. This is like the sort of like the thing before where you wind up the second act of a 4-act show or whatever.
Well,
stage covered in blood.
Yeah, do you guys
take the intermission to clean it up.
Like this is an actual friend of hers, or is it her like disassociating from what she's done? And saying like, oh, like I have a friend who like this happened. You know what I mean?
She doesn't really like. It doesn't seem like she has a lot of friends otherwise. So that's a really good point. Yeah, it's probably her talking about herself then, huh?
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
is it her being introduced at an asylum?
This is kind of the point in the album where I feel like it kind of stops being so straightforward.
Yeah,
it's almost like it goes down like a pretty like psychological route after this.
Yeah.
Oh.
And just a psycho route too.
Yeah. One moment of heaven for a lifetime of hell.
But it's also like, I don't know, there's such an emphasis on like the way she views like love and affection. And like, obviously this would be like the ultimate betrayal to someone who's like that. But it also like makes me wonder again if she's like, if she is a mutant, if this was like her big trigger for like violence. And she's like, it felt really good to like just act on my impulse and do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So maybe she is like a
she's a weapon.
Perhaps that's how she like chopped the head off so fast. She had, like,
she's a weapon.
Strength,
you know? It's the alien rays.
Yeah. It's the alien rays.
Yeah. we'll call them beta rays, maybe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gamma
I
rays.
feel like that feels alien.
Super strength is
weight off
part of
this
it.
thing. Oh,
What are you
wow,
doing?
that's nice.
Oh.
That's a lot better. Okay.
Looks less like a trophy now.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like what you'd see in like a logo for a podcast. You know, they're always putting the ones with the cages on them. You know, they want you to know that it's spend money on the microphone.
Yeah.
It's imprisoned now.
Yeah.
And just like the microphone, Janie is shortly to be imprisoned herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I do have the end of this song, so we can hear that bit because that's probably the best, like, you know, talking bit. There's a in between part between track 9 and 10, between the fragile heart and the waiting.
This is what we do with naughty little girls who cut people's heads off.
They do such a good job with that.
I was gonna say that's some solid acting too.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're doing the in between stuff and albums, you can tell that their heart's not in it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
They were committed.
Yeah.
And just like they were committed, now Janie
was
Now Janie
committed.
is, that's a good point. Yeah. So she is apparently committed. I don't like okay. Why is that guy being so sinister about it?
Yeah, why is he
what's is he part of the GRA maybe?
I get that vibe.
Is this our first GRA member perhaps?
She got abducted by aliens.
Abducted by
Huh?
is the GRA
See?
alien?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what the A stands
the-
for.
It's like the lizard people.
General reptilian aliens.
Mhm,
Generic reptile.
Generic reptilian aliens.
So it's the 1%.
Yeah.
It was a stand-in in the original script, and they were like, you know, that sounds sinister. Let's leave it.
Let's just leave it. Yeah, let's leave it vague enough. But yeah, that leads us into the waiting.
It's a really good hard rock song to kind of break up. I mean, the last few songs were kind of, you know, obviously like the Girlfriend's Head one was really fast and punk. But the album had been kind of like all over the place, and then to just have a song like that's a lot more straightforward, just fast and kind of heavy is a really good switch up. And I really like this album sort of feeling like I think that kind of contributes to it. Like, obviously she's stuck in the asylum at this point.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she's just kind of waiting for death, waiting for the sun to burst, whatever it is, you know, and even she talks about in the last song, like the lifetime of hell. Like, I think she's wherever she is, she's aware she's going to be there forever. But
well, maybe this speaks to the apocalypse type situation that happens when the kids are all dead.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, we do got, you know, coming up, Janie's got Dissolve Ray, End of the World, Bubblegum Machine. And I do think you're right about this like being chronologically being last.
I feel like I have kind of like
I pointed at it, didn't say anything in the podcast. I'm sorry for the listeners. I was saying the first song could be on the last part of the album. Anyway, what were you saying?
Oh, I feel like the way I kind of like read this too could be like, okay, is she waiting for death, or is she like waiting because she thinks she can get out and she craves like the violence because she is a weapon or something? Or is it like a thing where, okay, so she's obviously like taken against her will. If it is like, maybe she was just finally taken to become like, she was like showing signs that she would be good for like some army or weapon or whatever. And if it does go full circle, like kind of back to like the first song was the end, you know what I mean? Then is it like she's just used in that way for that, and she's like, it's like now that process has started, she's like kind of leaning into, maybe this is who I really am, I like the violence or whatever.
I mean, definitely, if you just listen to the you know, the tone of the song, then yeah, I think so. But I do. What was I going to say? Oh, I just want to highlight this one lyric though. While we're talking about the song. Oh yeah, the blackout baby. I think is maybe the sun, like going overboard and blacking out, perhaps, so waiting for the sun to burst. But yeah, this line here, I'm waiting to be struck by lightning. The last line of the final verse. That's such a like poetic way to describe like the end of your life.
Yeah.
The last line of the final verse.
Also, too, like there's kind of references to like old timey monsters, like the sun to burst, vampires can't be in the sunlight. Being struck by lightning, we got Frankenstein. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So there's like, I feel like there's little like nuggets.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's awesome. Like that's why I was reading into the she's turning into a monster because it has monster references.
See. Okay, but see again, what you're saying. Like, but you don't quite know what kind of monster she's becoming.
Right. I mean, the dead to rise is like zombies. Like, I don't know. I tend to read into things, obviously.
Yeah. No, that's a good.
I also
that's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know. I never picked up on that.
Yeah.
I also think that like this song is not clearly, but the song to me is very much like if the last song was the song before intermission, then this song is sort of the entr'acte that comes back because it's literally her now. Like, you know, you go through that whole thing and she's in the asylum and that's where she's stuck. You go to intermission, you come back, and it's her in the asylum, literally talking about sort of the stuff she's thinking about in the asylum and literally just waiting to die there.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's kind of having that realization where she's changing her mind. And as she's, like, talking about, I'm waiting to die.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Or am
the more I wait,
or
the
am
more
I?
The
more I'm here waiting, the more I actually think I want. And the more I want to get out. And the less I want to die without...
Maybe she's getting hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What do you think, Patrick?
Cannot be sated.
I agree with all that.
Okay. I just didn't want to make sure I'm not. Okay.
We appreciate you giving us your 2 cents. This next track we got for you is Janie's got his Dissolvo Ray. Bit of a time jump for this one.
Bit of a parody of a worst song title.
A worst song title.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing shade all over tonight. Aerosmith, Christopher Nolan. You guys can all
come at them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're all going to make a movie together.
Oh no.
Oh no. Here's Janie's got a Dissolvo Ray. Hell yeah. That one's fun. I had to get the whole chorus for that.
Really fun synthesizer intro on that one too.
Yeah, I almost chose the intro for that one. I really did almost choose the intro.
It's a great intro.
Yeah. And this is after she's been at the facility for a little while, right? And,
or has she broken out now?
Oh well, yeah. It's
been released as a weapon.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I haven't seen Weapons. Are you referencing that?
We literally just saw that last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not the same exact vibe as what we're talking about now.
I was just wondering if it was that kind of weapon. But yeah, it says a year ago to this day, my friend Janie went away, said that she was getting tired of people laughing all the time. Oh, she had some bullies. The local boys all pulled her hair. They sent her letter bombs.
Yep.
The fuck?
Pretty standard bullying stuff there.
So, hold on. Is this all after she did cut off this girl's head?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. I think this
Why are these guys fucking with her?
No. I think this is what
when
if someone chopped off someone's head, I would never talk to them.
Oh, I think this
get
was
on their good side. I
would be like, hey.
Or was that before and then because
she?
I don't know.
Maybe in retrospect,
I think it was like a retrospect,
giving her background a little bit.
Yeah, because I think the song is her act of revenge, and especially like the parallel between like the local boys all did this And then she's coming, boys, better get away.
Yeah.
I think this is very like much her sort
she's
of
bringing
like
friends,
which could be the Lost Boys.
Maybe
right?
the Lost Boys. Yeah.
Like I think especially with the villain being the one behind the Dissolvo Ray, and now that she's got the Dissolvo Ray,
do you think the Dissolvo Rays maybe is connected to the Lost Boys? Or the villain? I mean, the villain that made the
villain
Dissolvo Ray?
might have been. So I think I have a
sorts?
Giving me some Mars Attacks vibes.
Yeah, I feel like that's totally what they were going for, though. Is that sort of like
that's a Dissolvo Ray.
1950s,
yeah.
But yeah, no, so here's my interpretation.
Yeah,
I think the villain and the Lost Boys are sort of connected to each other, and the villain Andy is working for the GRA.
Yeah,
building this technology.
Yeah,
he builds a Dissolvo Ray, comes with the Lost Boys to break Janie out. She comes back to school, does the stuff that leads to the first song, The Kids Are All Dead. But I think there's some interesting stuff in this song. Like, I think the whole idea that when the last thing that happens before she goes away is she kills this guy's girlfriend who she had a crush on.
Yes.
And then when she comes back, there's a line in this about, she's coming home. She's bringing friends. She's an awful lot different than when she left. So and that could lend to maybe she's like a full monster or alien form. But I think it's also too a little more subtle than that. I think it's also that the next line says she knows it's wrong, but she's made her choice. She knows the difference between girls and boys. I think she has realized that her act of violence against the girlfriend was actually her misdirecting her anger and aggression toward the girlfriend.
Yes.
And not her love interest that actually was the one who was shitty, talked her up, to try to get in her pants or whatever when he was talking about, I saw you at the Devo show.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know you were that cool. And then he's like cheating on her the whole time. And so now that she's back, she's like, oh my God, I killed somebody who was also a victim of this shitty guy. And now she's coming back to get the boys that were shitty and got away with shit because of their, boys. And boys get away with shit because boys will be boys.
Kind of like a Jennifer's Body type.
Yeah,
it's very
100%.
much like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's totally what I'm getting from it. But I know you guys have like even cooler.
Well, I mean,
no, I don't. That's actually very good.
I feel like you're like 100% spot on with the whole like she took out the violence on someone who is also kind of a victim of that, but also too.
I mean, from the gate, like when that happened, it's like that.
You should be doing that.
Seems a little extreme for the person that you're actually mad at.
Yeah,
it's
misdirected.
Like there's no way she knew about it.
Like imagine just like not knowing what's happening.
Well, yeah,
and then all of a sudden someone comes at you with like a shard of glass.
She's got murked.
I'd be like, what the fuck has happened?
From some kind of mutant.
Right.
Just teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid.
I also like had that
Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Like the feel of this song to me is kind of empowering too. Like just I don't know, it feels like energetic. It feels like she's coming into her own and being like, I did make this choice. I'm leaning into who I am.
Yeah.
And now I have a Dissolvo Ray.
Becoming villain.
Yeah, and I can literally make you not exist.
I can make you not exist.
So watch out.
Well, and without getting too allegorical, is there sort of a rational layer to this that's literally just her empowerment? It comes in the form of her choosing not to give her energy and her attention to people and kind of make them disappear in her life who aren't worth it and who have betrayed her. So like, when we think about like a Dissolvo Ray, it's not like a thing that shoots like saw blades out. It's not a bullet gun.
Yeah.
It's literally a thing that makes people just vanish. Like you were saying, like disappear from existence.
Yeah.
Is that like sort of the empowerment of, I know I'm in control of where I put my energy and maybe I can like choose to not pay attention to people and ignore them.
Yeah.
If they've hurt me.
I had like, so a Dissolvo Ray literally like, it deconstructs your enemies. Is she deconstructing her enemies or is she kind of deconstructing who she is? And then also being like, okay, what am I actually made of? Like, if we're gonna get into atoms and sci-fi stuff,
our emotions,
genetics.
Yes, I like that. I don't have anything else to add to it, but we have another
great,
track.
Fun song.
It's a good song. It
is
a really good one.
Really
yeah,
that's one of my favorites too.
And I think it's a Wet Leg song that kind of talks about that in the song. So I think
it
evokes the Janie's got a gun thing as well. Anyway, this next track is End of the World.
I love that bass tone.
Yeah.
The good bass tone.
That's a good bass tone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one, I love that fucking chorus. Like, just, everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die.
It's so happy for the sentiment.
Yeah, just accepting the finality of life and stuff,
One must imagine Sisyphus podcasting.
One must imagine, Shout out to the Clem Dog. I love the vocals on this one quite a bit. I do also love the line here. Hey, if you got atomic blood and nothing to waste it on, I'm a sexual vampire. I'll eat your love tonight. Like, I'm a sexual vampire? Like, I mean, with vampires, it's kind of already implied,
right,
but
I know.
I do love that
emphasis.
That phrasing of it, Yeah.
I feel like with that atomic blood thing too, like, because there's a lot of like referencing like nuclear energy and like, the weapons and stuff. So like, I don't know. I was kind of like, are all of these kids now part of like an army? Are they the weapons? Whatever, which I've been saying. But like, also, I kind of like think that her as a weapon specifically, I think she craves love and that's what she feeds on.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I get. You know what I mean? And that's why she was like, when you messed with me, man,
like
it set me on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if she's a vampire. I don't know if she's a monster. I don't know if she's an alien.
She didn't seem particularly, interested in drinking the ketchup or whatever, Well, I mean, I guess she saw it as ketchup, so that's a food.
So
maybe that's
that was her hot dog.
Maybe that's seeding in, like she sees blood as food now.
Right, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I kind of was like,
I know
had
that's not what they meant, but
she sees fingers as hot dogs.
Fingers are hot dogs.
Yeah, this is the hot dog dimension from everyone, everywhere, all at once. Yep.
Toenails are croutons.
But yeah, I had questions about like that line because I was like, what does that mean? That's how I kind of read it, but I don't know.
Wait, which line?
Just the atomic blood, like, and that kind of, that whole phrase,
Yeah. No, I think that I like that idea of a vampire that's literally stealing love.
Yeah.
And not like blood, but like or life essence, but like literally like love.
Yeah, well, and
that'd be fucked up, dude. That'd be such a fucked up vampire, Well,
and the whole like I'll eat your heart tonight is emphasized multiple times.
Yeah.
Like eat your heart out.
Yeah. Right.
I wonder if it's a lot of this is just telling the story of somebody who's so lonely and so desperate for love that they're literally kind of turning into a monster here.
Yeah. But I think that it says there's no red button in sight.
That's where I'm like with the nuclear thing. Is that like a blowing everything up?
Yeah, maybe she's she preceded the nuclear fallout or something.
Or maybe there's no like stop button for whatever's happening now.
Yeah.
There's like a red button, like nukes for sure, but also a lot of times it's like when you push to stop.
Yeah.
I love the line that in the morning I get ready for the night. I think that's super fun too. I feel like could be vampire. Could be just like a person who like
how was that vampire fucking movie in the 80s?
Lost Boys.
Oh, full circle.
Oh, holy shit.
You're eating worms, Michael.
I wonder how much Lost Boys stuff there is actually in this.
Well, that's why
if
they have the
look
song.
At it through the lens of the Lost Boys.
Right. They have the song Lost Boys, which could be a reference.
Like I thought of that, of course.
You're eating ketchup.
The
Jamie.
line about the sweaty saxophone player in
that one.
That song makes a lot more sense now,
too.
Dude,
my sister met that guy. She's got a picture with that guy.
Aww.
Yeah, he was at a convention.
Tim Capello. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah. I was like,
That's
what,
so cool.
dude? You got the saxophone guy's picture?
Did he do any thrusting?
I think so. I think he was pretty like he was pretty cool. Like he was pretty cool about being his guy.
I love that. What a cool guy.
Yeah, he had his shirt off, I believe, in the picture.
Well, he couldn't not.
Right. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
If you have it, flaunt it.
You could pay $6 to spray one spray of Pam on him. Get him glistening. If everyone pitches together, you can really get him to shine. You can blind a warthog with that man's skin.
It's literally like that's the best part of that whole movie.
Dude, I mean, it definitely ties the movie together, like for sure. Like it lets you know what you're in for.
Oh yeah.
In that movie.
Sets the tone.
Yeah.
That toned body.
Yes, that's that body is the tone we're talking about.
All I'm gonna say is, if you hire Joel Schumacher to direct a movie, you're gonna get a Joel Schumacher movie.
Was that Joel Schumacher?
That was Joel Schumacher. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
Because then, like 10 years later, he was like, the bat suit needs nipples, and you're like, okay, Joel, I respect your game.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Oh my God, one of a kind.
Imagine like a serious Batman movie where he has the Batman nipple. Like imagine like Robert Robert Pattinson's the Batman, but he just has nipples.
Just no one talks about it. It's just like accepted.
Yeah.
They should, you know what? Corridor Crew should get on that. It's a YouTube channel where they sometimes do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hilarious. You guys should do it.
Or just
and they're like
Clooney
antenna
back.
For communicating with the Batcave, so they like
they're functional.
Out.
They're functional too. Well, that would have to be
I have to tell Alfred about this.
Yeah. They could do that for the Adam West one. They could Photoshop those in, or VFX them in.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we have one more track though before the end of the album, and you were saying though earlier, the track we just.
Oh no!
Look, I never get a yawn mid podcast.
We're really boring.
No.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm fucking.
I get it.
Sorry, I'm fucking boring.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, End of the World is kind of like the triumphant end of the album, and then we get this Bubblegum Machine as almost like leading into something else, or maybe a hidden track type thing. But here's some of that. Yeah. Bubblegum Machine.
Another kind of like a 50s kind of like doo-wop kind
of
stuff.
Yeah.
Bubblegum pop, literally. I mean, I have lots of theories about this that are probably reading into it too much.
Well, yeah, I'm actually interested in, I don't have many theories. I know that it ends with her killing their boyfriend.
Yeah, so like this is supposed to be like a year later, right? That she goes and visits his grave, brings him flowers, still kind of treating it like it's a relationship. Even
Curious
though
that she doesn't use the Dissolvo ray on him.
Yeah,
though.
well,
you know what I mean? She hyped it up so much.
I mean,
maybe I ran out of juice.
Yeah, maybe it did.
Jammed.
Like he was like the last one.
Yeah.
He only got half dissolved.
Yeah, the bubblegum machine was a secondary thought. Once she was there, it was there, and you know she could use it.
I kind of had like a lot of bubblegum puns, but that she's still stuck on him, like literally, and she's still feeding off of their love, even though like she still visits him. You know, she's still feeding off of that, even though it's like technically over.
Like a piece of gum.
Yes,
you've been chewing for too long.
Exactly, and then you know, I think there's a line about like how the ring from the bubblegum machine didn't fit on his finger, so didn't she put it around his neck? Is that what it was?
So hold on. I was thinking of bubblegum machine as in like only dispensing bubble gums.
But I think
balls. But
I don't.
But you're like it's like a machine that dispenses
Those
toys.
little, like,
That's
like
how
those,
I read it. I don't
those
know.
little homies or aliens.
Because it doesn't say anything about bubblegum. It just says bubblegum machine.
Right. When I think of that too, I do think of like just the bubblegum balls.
Like
but...
knocked over, is that like used in the same context as like what mobsters knock over a bank? You know, it's like we stole from it, you know, or
maybe.
whatever. Or,
oh yeah, maybe.
You know, like they'll say like, oh, we knocked over a bank. You know, everybody in New York has done that once or twice.
See. It's been a long time since your little victim girlfriend's face.
I'm kidding. To our beautiful New York listeners, you just elected a great choice with the mayor election, and I am sorry for talking shit.
Yeah, Mom Donnie, more like Juan Donnie. Am I right?
Nothing but respect for New York listeners here.
Yeah.
Well, I had that maybe... I don't know if it's like a literal thing, but like maybe she killed him with the ring, like that didn't fit around his finger, and somehow put it around his head, and it popped like a bubble, like bubble gum bubble.
Well, she's got powers. And
mean, so I don't know. I might be taking it very literally.
Perhaps, I mean, if this is in a cartoon world.
She scanners him.
You know?
Well, and I mean, when she says I still got you in my blood, and she talks about atomic blood, and if it is like a vampire thing, did she kill him in a different way, like as a vampire type thing? I don't know. Or she devoured him somehow. I don't know. But it seems like she's
too big for his finger.
Oh, is it too big for his finger?
Too big for his finger.
Okay, so then she put it around his neck.
So,
oh, maybe did the dissolval ray just make him tiny? It didn't actually.
Well, no. I was just thinking maybe.
Honey, I shrunk my
boyfriend.
Maybe the ring is something else. Maybe it's like it's actually she's calling like she's referring to like a noose or something as a ring.
Yep.
Maybe it's like 5 golden rings, and it's actually about birds.
Right. The ring
bringing the heat tonight.
Ringed
ring-necked pheasants.
Yep. I recently looked up what all the birds were for the 12 days.
Is that the next one you're doing, Brad?
No, that was what I already did. That was what I already did.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I tried to get as much details about that out there as I could. I listened to the Christmas episode last year.
I wonder if it's like she devoured him, or she's just like insinuating that he's a part of her somehow now, and like she can't. That's why she's still like romanticizing him. Yeah, she's like romanticizing their relationship because he's literally a part of her now. That's kind of a vibe I had.
Is he a Quado now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Also, I just want to mention that at the beginning of this album and the end, it's like, did you guys hear? Is it like a VHS noise, like they're putting in the movie and then taking it out? Okay, I love that.
I thought it was supposed to be like a cassette tape,
or maybe it's a cassette tape, or some kind of tape.
But I love the book ending of that.
Because the first song they literally like introduce the album. They're like talking about coming down on radio waves.
Yep. Oh, maybe that's what it.
So I think it's supposed to be like, oh, you just put the tape in, and now
we're like hearing the story kind of after the fact.
It's like an introductory track, kind of like you're hearing this album now.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Yeah. This song is really interesting. I love the line about the barbed wire ads. Sorry, my brain's starting to fall apart now.
Wait, what?
Oh, obituaries and missing ads.
Okay.
Seen all over the place. But I feel like the whole line about like self-restraint is better than a restraining order and barbed wire fence. I think it's her basically like, I keep my distance enough from your grave that I don't get caught and put back in the asylum, which to me says that she probably did break out and didn't she wasn't released from the asylum because she's literally like, I'm trying to lay low. Situation. Yeah, she's like trying to lay low at this point and like not get caught and put back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like kind of like the Joker of this whole thing.
She's pretty much the Joker.
She sees, I feel like she sees society's bullshit.
That'd be kind of an interesting take on the Joker and like a future Batman series, just like a teenage girl.
Whoa.
Well, there was the time that the Joker was Batman's mom in the universe.
Oh, that's right. Where he gets
Flashpoint or whatever. Where it's his dad that's Batman, and he's like an alcoholic and like just brutal as fuck.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
this is news to me. I was not aware of that.
It's nerdy shit. I don't know.
It sounds like a joke that Batman wouldn't like take it to, or like. It sounds like a joke, like the Joker is your mom, and then then Batman would be like very funny, very funny. That's hilarious.
Okay, so one thing that we do, I don't know if we did it last time you guys were on, but we now rank the albums at the very end of the podcast to find out how it ranks as a concept album. And we're looking for connectivity, musical motifs that kind of go throughout. Sometimes the concept is more the vibe of an album or something. So for example, we have the very tippy top. We would have like The Wall or Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, the Star Wars Christmas in the Stars album, only the best up in the S tier.
I like the Gorillaz too on Melancholy Hill.
Oh yeah.
Or Plastic Beach.
Plastic Beach is one of my faves. And then, we got, I'm just trying to find a recognizable one. We put the Black Parade as 4, sorry, My Chemical Romance
in
fans.
The Aeroplane Over the Sea and Petrodragonic Apocalypse. As 4s also.
Yes. And then we get to slightly, like here we got a good album, What to Do When You Are Dead by
Armor for Sleep. Hell yeah.
Like, pretty good, like, introductory concept album. You know what I mean? I
think that was my first concept album I ever heard.
Me too. Yeah. But like definitely like not a perfect execution. You know what I mean? And then
Exit to Guyville or Exile to Guyville.
Exile to Guyville. So like 2s and 1s kind of like are barely even like concept albums in a traditional sense. And remember, we're also not scoring how good the album is necessarily, just how well it
how effective
as
a concept it is.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think this is a great system because you got to have some metric beyond just this is pleasing to listen to.
Yeah.
And again, we
started doing it at episode 200.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a pretty recent thing. Yeah.
You should start a spin-off podcast that's just people going back and ranking the old ones, the prior to 200 ones.
Well, that's what we did for the 200th.
Oh yeah,
is we did a marathon ranking.
Oh, cool.
Of all of the previous albums, so that we could catch up. So that's a really long.
Catch up? You mean Girlfriend Blood?
But no, that's a really long episode, and we get pretty drunk by the end of it. As you can tell by Chris Gaines being S tier.
Right next to Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Yeah, we put it right between Mars Volta
Deloused in
and
the
Iron
Comatorium
and very perfectly at home between
next
those.
To Damn.
Damn.
Man, this list fucking rules. There's Dope Smoker up there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I think we have Dope Smoker up here, and then we have the other one
Jerusalem
down here.
The same album. Yeah, right. It's a perfect system. It's airtight.
So me personally, if I were to rank it along with other albums, I would say it's easily in the 4 range for me.
That's what I was thinking too.
If not like a 4.5 or something. It is very connected. The concept is pretty tight. There's not, like you were saying, there's not a lot of wasted time. And honestly, I'm excited for other lore within this universe. If there is more lore within the universe, like whether it's on an EP or just message board theories or whatever,
Yeah, I'm really hoping that if we can get this podcast into that group,
that
there can be some more discussion about it too. I'd love to just
we need to draft a screenplay for a musical for this
stage
album.
show for.
Can I be the girlfriend who's getting
gets knocked off?
Oh yeah. You definitely can be in it. You're gonna be on the ground floor.
Hell
so yeah.
You're an early investor here.
Yeah, you're an early investor in this epic musical Death Valley High. I mean, Death Valley High, that sells itself.
That is a great album name too for something like this too, because obviously that's a play too on like Sweet Valley High and some of the other like 80s stuff. But I feel like too just the idea of like Death Valley being a real place, but then this feeling like it's also a very again, like kind of a pulpy genre title for something. I mean, this literally feels like a VHS you would find from like Full Moon Productions, like Death Valley High,
yes, absolutely.
Worn Corners and everything. Just some
100%
total freak on the cover, like howling or something.
Yes,
no werewolves for Full Moon.
No, that's true.
I would say 4.5 because I feel like a lot of love went into this, and like the fact that they can even like be like, hey, we were planning a movie for this. I don't feel like a lot of concept albums have that like it doesn't translate like visually too, if that makes sense.
I want to make the case for 5 on this only because I think this is one of the most intentional and well put together concept albums. Even like looking at what it's alongside its peers in the 5 category, I don't see anything that I feel like is more effective than this at being a cohesive story that was designed from start to finish to tell, an entire, it's a 3-act story. It's literally you have act 1, she's lonely, she's sick but wants to go out, maybe she's infected.
Say it's the most similar is probably Seventh Son.
And actually that's a really great parallel because I mean every song in Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is another sort of chapter in the story of the mage or whoever it is.
Okay.
And I feel like this too is very much again, it's even more so because the songs they're cohesive and connected. Like you were saying, you picked up on that when you heard the transition from the prom night about the heads will roll to the song about suddenly your girlfriend's head is in the punch bowl.
Yeah.
That almost to me is a little more cohesive than Iron Maiden, where you have something like Can I Play With Madness about them approaching this sage or this prophet about something.
Future Brad, Q Can I Play With Madness, Q.
You cued that on the Lunar Moth episode I listened to.
It's been a while. Yeah. Used to love that bit.
Yeah, it was great. But I mean, to me, I think that again, this fits right in there with De-Loused in the Comatorium or any of those up there, The Wall even.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, then I guess we have one more person has to judge. Patrick.
I think 4.5 is good for me.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 4s. I feel like
Yeah. We got a very high 4.
Yeah, because I feel like it was pretty straightforward for a while, and then it kind of I don't want to say it loses me the last couple of songs, but it kind of gets a little bit less straightforward.
Yeah, it's
it's a lot more like you can kind of like pick your own ending. Like you can kind of decide it for yourself. But some of my favorite concept albums are the ones that have like a clear kind of like start to finish story. Like I love the albums by the band Defeater. Because like each album is like it follows the same story from like different perspectives.
Oh,
but, like, each song from like start to finish is like a super clear story. So
is that a prog band, metal band?
It's like a lot of hardcore.
Okay.
So,
that's the kind of stuff that the album concept hour is going to retire on. Is prog and hip hop albums.
Because I see like
concept albums in both those genres.
To Pimp a Butterfly. That's a long album too.
God. Such a good one.
It's a great album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. But it's hard to pick apart like a super long album like that.
Right. Well, then I think that puts it at a pretty high 4 point. What would that be? Probably 4.8 something.
Wait, 4.5.
3 4.5s.
Oh, okay.
And then
1 5. Yeah, so that'd be 18.5 divided by 4. Yeah, I don't know.
Math.
Future Brad's got it. But definitely a high 4 I think is very, very valid. I wasn't necessarily anticipating like a high, like honestly, I thought that because of the name of the band and the album and stuff, I was like, I don't know, this is already like too concepty. Would they also do a concept album?
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that like the band kind of exists in the space where they're frequently in character. Like, I mean, they're just kind of always playing these like really outlandish, but very, very grounded in like genre media. They're playing these characters and they have these names like you look at their names, it's like Zombina and Doc Horror.
Right.
Is the other songwriter. And then who are some of the other ones? Beetlejuice.
I was going to say, we should definitely mention them.
Something like that.
We have Zombina, Doc Horror, X-Ray Spec, Beetlejuice,
All Hallows Eve.
And then
Chopin Block.
Chopin Block.
That's so fun. I love that. But that's so like to me, that's very much like a hallmark of punk rock, like renaming yourself and sort of putting on this character, this sort of like
we love a gimmick.
It's almost like horror drag to it thing where you're like using like this
character. Daikaiju, you know, you guys have played. Have you played with them yet?
I saw them play at High Noon.
Yeah. Those guys are fucking wild time.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I love a band that's got a gimmick.
Yeah,
you know?
Me too.
Yeah, gimmick bands. I'm really sad. Well, in general, I feel like there's just not a lot of community space, and not even just community space, like time and money to foster garage bands anymore as much. Like, somebody made the point that like, and there aren't really any garage bands because nobody has a garage anymore because no one can afford to like get into a house anymore. And so like you just have all these like kind of a lot more like music, like everything has become so isolated and so insulated from like other people even contributing to it. You have a lot of bedroom pop and you have a lot of artists who are kind of doing everything themselves, and it's a cool soundscape, but you're lacking that sort of like people have enough time and enough resources to do something stupid and gimmicky. And this isn't stupid, but it is very much like at first glance it might appear like it's just kind of a gimmick, but then when you really get into it, they're very they have a lot to say clearly, and they're very creative and very imaginative with what the story they're telling in this album and throughout all of their
writing. The lyrics is so good.
Everything is so like on brand. Even like their newest album too. It's like what's the song? I want to
all I want to do is decompose with you.
I'm like,
I'm excited to check that out. I'm really excited to check it out.
The range of sounds on their new album is really good too. It's very they have like some really almost like electronic stuff. Like I think you compared them to Metric when we were listening to it.
Some of the electronic
stuff. But and especially her vocal range I think too sits in that same place Emily Haynes
it's does. A little lower on the some of the newer stuff.
Oh look, we're talking about Metric again.
Full circle.
I love that. Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
But before we get out of here though, do you guys have anything to plug? Any shows coming up? Any releases we should be aware of?
We're doing a fun thing next Sunday as a band. We're playing the Green Bay Packers halftime show at Cactus Club. So Milwaukee record every year I think this is the second year they're doing it, but every year for the past couple of years they've done this thing where they'll have every Packer game at Cactus Club where people are watching the game. They can watch it on the projector screen in the back and then in the bar. And then at halftime they have a band playing a short set. So we were really honored to be asked by the Milwaukee record to do that tomorrow, and then we picked a date. So we picked the one that's a week from Sunday here. So the 16th, they're playing Green Bay's playing the Giants away. So we're gonna do a little set there.
Yeah.
And then
very cool.
And then otherwise we're we have a
good idea.
We have a couple shows we're gonna announce coming up soon in the Fox Cities up by us. And
where can they find you?
We're on Instagram. That's probably our biggest way of communicating at the moment.
We have this new YouTube thing we're doing where we.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a little? I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah.
I've been bringing this little mini DV camcorder with me. So if you don't know what mini DV is, it's like a ancient digital video tape
I was about to say,
format.
I remember, but you should explain.
The real ones do.
I've been bringing this little Panasonic camcorder with me to all our shows and just doing little like behind the scenes vlogs and stuff. I'm like, when I was younger, I used to get CDs from my favorite bands, and they would always do a second release that had a
CD?
DVD.
Or the DVD. Or
like especially the Victory Records bands were really big on it. Tooth and Nail was really big on it. So a lot of the bands I liked would include this DVD that was just behind the scenes videos of the band playing their set. There would be a lot of videos of the bands they were playing with, and then just kind of them horsing around. So we were like, hey, that'd be really fun for us to make too. And like obviously you can record like 4K 60 frames per second video on your smartphone now, but I was like, what if we did it a little bit like so it had a little bit more of that sort of home recorded feel to it. So we've been taking this camcorder along and just recording bits of our hanging out before the set, meeting the bands, kind of doing sound checks, all that stuff, and then obviously like the band sets that are playing. And then Emily's been editing them, and then we're uploading them. We have a channel on YouTube, or a YouTube channel with a playlist called Dirty Looks.
Because we're the Stinkeyes, you know.
So that's kind of the so that's kind of the way we're uploading those. So we're trying to do it for every show we're playing. Honestly, was hoping to do it for this one, and then forgot to charge the battery on that camera. But
yes,
even coming down here for
that old technology. You know? Gotta prepare.
So anyway, that's something
Very
fun
cool.
we're doing new. That's just kind of a little behind the scenes. The videos are like 10 minutes long each, so they're not super long or anything.
Yeah.
No, I really
like our podcast.
I really like that. There's not enough bands that do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Lunar Moth is pretty good at it.
They're great at that.
Their social media
always
game
love
is
hanging
excellent.
out with them because like they're I mean, not only are they like incredible people to play with and just a really, really good band to see, but also too like they always have like Gage always has like cool hobby stuff he does with his cameras and his video stuff as well. So like anytime we go see him, it's always really fun to talk to him about what he's working on. And I love when you talk to somebody about something. And in the music scene, I know this isn't super uncommon, but it's always fun when you find another adult who you can tell is really passionate about something. So I feel like Gage has, and Amber too for that matter, and Mac, they all have like a ton of passions, and it's not hard to get them to talk about any of it. It's always really
and it's
cool
nice because like they're really good at kind of doing like a hey, we're people, like all of us are just people that just happen to be in bands, and it's like that sense of like kind of getting to know people and like just the community. It's like important. That's an element that's like really important.
Emily and I
that's how the scene continues to go regardless of people moving in and out of the city.
Emily and I wound up roping them into a full tour of House on the Rock last year. We were conducting some business unbeknownst to Gage. Amber had offered to buy a photo enlarger Emily had. And we were entertaining some out-of-state visitors. We had some friends from Australia staying with us. Shout out
cool.
Davey and Trav. Yeah,
dude, hell yeah, dude.
Great people. So they were with us for over a week, I think. And we wanted to take them to House on the Rock because I wanted to see what people from Australia look like when they're overstimulated. And so we took them to it was great. They were really into it. They're really into like fun, campy, just kind of stuff out of the norm. So we wanted to take them there, and then that was like the one day we figured we could meet up to do this exchange where the photo enlarger went to Amber. And so I guess she didn't really tell Gage what they were doing. She just kind of picked him up and brought him along.
He was like,
and then I like text him like, oh, you guys are like coming to hang out with us today, right? And he's all like, I don't know. And so they get there and then they're like, oh yeah, let's just do the full tour. And they were like, I think Gage had been working from home and just took time away from his desk. So I think,
how much time it would be.
I don't think, because have you been through the House on the Rock, Brad?
No,
it takes like 4.5 hours.
It's
man.
a long time.
Oh my god,
it's really involved.
It's kind of like it's like a self-guided museum that doesn't clean. It's so cool. I love it so much. As somebody with
that doesn't clean.
It's like oddities, and it's like literally like.
Is it like Meow Wolf?
What?
Like if Meow Wolf was designed in the 1970s by a like actual psychopath.
It's like
and not just an artistic
It's like a cave
person.
full of like shade carpeting that is not. You literally people's handprints are just like crusted into it.
And that's like the first room, and then you go through this whole museum, and it's like it's super cool. But anyway, it was really fun to make that memory that in hindsight feels like a dream you had, where you're like, oh, I'm at this really weird place I've been before.
And
I got my two friends from Melbourne here.
They're like, Gage, let me talk to you about this 4-hour break that you took.
Yeah, this hella feels like it feels like something I would wake up and be like, Emily, I had the weirdest fucking dream last night. You and I were at House on the Rock with Davey and Trav, from Melbourne, Australia. And then Gage and Amber from Lunar Moth showed up, and we all walked through and did the tour there. So it was just this really fun memory that feels super out of place. But anyway, it was great.
That's awesome.
If anybody else wants to ever go to House on the Rock,
to House on the Rock.
hit me up because I love that place.
We're gonna go right now.
Let's do it.
Let's all. We're gonna end the podcast. We're all gonna go to House on the Rock.
Paid extra for the night tour.
Yeah. They have to open it specially for you.
They have to.
They have to.
We'll sneak in the back with a piece of glass we cut our hands on.
Yeah. Me and my knife and never mind. I don't want to make threats on this podcast. But we thank you guys for coming to the studio. Thank you for being in here.
Thank you so much.
The Stinkeyes. We love you in Madison, and why am I saying this like Trump? We love you. You guys are really great. You're being a really good thing. That's not even a good Trump impression. But we're glad that you guys came to the studio, and I am excited to see you guys again live whenever I get the chance.
We'll definitely do our best to be back. We love Madison. It's always a blast to come down here and play and do all the before and after stuff. We love Brad. This has been a great experience again. Thank you.
Brad is rad.
Yeah. Thanks for being on. And everybody, thanks you for tuning in to the podcast. We will see you all next time.
Keep it stinky.
The album concept hour.
The album concept hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.